Come into the room, family. Come into the room. I am the H-Town vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Come into the room, family. Our brother Jay Oliver came in and said, "Good evening, H-Town and veteran family." Yes, indeed. Glad to have you here, my brother. Let us go ahead and get started. As you come into the room, please smash that like button. We appreciate it if you're able to do so. Now let's get on topic. And the topic for tonight is, what is the first step in measuring a VA disability's severity level? We're going to talk about it, family, okay? And that would be the severity assessment. We've talked about it briefly on other live streams, and we're going to talk about it tonight. Let's get started. Now, we're going to be covering several things dealing with it. This is our outline. We're going to cover the rating. We're going to define the rating assessment, what that means. We're going to cover the major sections for the rating schedule. This is going to be very significant and important. And when you're trying to file different VA related disabilities. Then we're going to talk about how frequent the symptoms are. Okay? Because the rating assessment measures the symptoms. Then we're going to discuss how long do symptoms last, or the duration of the symptoms. Then we're going to cover the symptoms' impact on daily life and work tasks. If you're able to understand and find the evidence that's needed in measuring symptom severity, you're going to have your claim won eventually. All right, we're going to get into it. Now, before we do so, we got people coming into the room. Coasty came into the room, said, "Good evening, H-Town and the family." Welcome, Coasty. And Coasty said, "Hi, Jay." And Charleston Zimmerman says, "Hello, Jay Oliver and Coasty and H-Town, showing love to all of us." And Coasty says, "Hi, Charleston." Now, family, tonight we're not going to be dealing with the whole qualifications to being a disabled veteran. The first two steps we're going to assume have been met, meaning you have a medically diagnosed illness that's recognized injury or condition. That's a recognized injury or condition. You have a nexus, meaning a connection between your military service and the disability. Okay? So then, but the only thing we're focusing on tonight is the severity, the injury's impact on work and daily life. Well, I thank God you let me know. Sound is good. Wonderful. Let me know if it's kind of muffling or staticky or whatever. Let me know. Thank you for letting me know about the sound, Chiao. Now, what we're focusing on is important. Just increase in severity, increase in most likely the amount of income you get. Because as your percentage increase, your money increase, and your percentage increase based on the severity level, on a scalar rating. We're not focusing on service connection tonight, nor appeals. Only focusing on increase based on severity level. Now, when you're doing that, whatever the disability is, you're looking at the signs and the symptoms. Symptomology could be certain things that are observable based on eyesight, sense, smell, taste, or whatever, that can be written down by a medical professional or some other person that specializes with that disability. So the signs could be they're missing a leg. You can see that. They're missing eyesight. So that's a sign. A symptom could be something that manifests itself based on the disability itself, like you having to lay down because of migraines. Sister Betty Bob says, H-Town, good evening. And everybody's speaking. Yes, indeed. Now, listen to what this is, because severity is where the money is. The money is. You can get service connection. You can get a diagnosis and service connection. But if you don't have anything showing a increase in severity, or the severity level is minimal, you'll get a 0 rating, no compensation. But it is service connected. Now, Charlton say, severity is what I'm interested in. My anxiety makes me mad, frustrated with family and coworkers. Now we're going to talk about this. Okay, let's talk about anxiety, PTSD, but let's talk about anxiety, because PTSD is an anxiety disorder. We're going to use you as an example tonight, but in a good way, if you don't mind, Brother Charleston. Betty Bob say 8 likes and 5 watching. Thank you, family. Brother Charleston speaking. Okay, now let's continue. Now the severity level, if it's at the lowest level, that will be a 0 rating. Okay, the more severe, once you get where you start showing symptoms that interfere with your daily life and your work life, if you're working, or it's preventing you from working, that's when it start being monetary and compensatable, okay? As they would say. Now listen, they use the VASRD. All right, that's the department at the VA that measures severity based on making sure, based on a certain framework that they have set up. So it's based on the disability symptoms plus the severity level of those symptoms. So we say, what about the disability symptoms? Well, it depends on how many symptoms you have, because the more symptoms, the more severe your condition is, and how severe each symptom is of that condition. That equals your VA disability rating, roughly calculated. Now let's deal with a severity assessment, what we come to talk about tonight, okay? For those of you that just got in here, we're going to make sure we clear on what the question is. What is the first step in measuring a VA disability's severity level? The first step is what? Is the severity assessment. Now, this is done through like a DBQ. This is done through what? Other medical evidence, okay? You can get a public DBQ, you can get a CMP exam. That will be the severity assessment by a professional. Let's talk about it. The VA, if it's no evidence, the VA can't assess anything. First the doctor's going to assess it. Oh, let me get to it. Sorry, I didn't read the definition. Okay, give me a second here. So, number one thing we're going to focus on is the severity assessment. It measures how bad a veteran's disability is. So dealing with you, Brother Charleston, how bad is your anxiety? Now, remember, the anxiety is just a word, a label that's put on a certain group of symptoms. So there are certain symptoms that you have when you have anxiety. You might have a panic attack. You might break out in cold sweats. You may not like being in crowds. You may get agitated. These are all symptoms of what? Anxiety. Now, the disability symptoms are used to evaluate the condition's impact on veterans' ability to work and function in daily life. What you brought up, Brother Charleston. We're keeping it simple tonight. Now, the disability severity. Now, Brother Charleston, if your anxiety can be managed without medication, or it doesn't really impact your work or family life, then you're most likely going to get 0 rating. When you start taking medication, that's what gets you at the 10% rating. Now, depending on the disability, there are different ratings. And this is also true for physical conditions, migraines, back injuries. They all have their what rating criteria. With mental health, you either getting a 0, well, they're getting away with the 0, doing away with that. A 10%, a 30%, 50%, 70%, or 100%. And, either temporary 100% or permanent total 100%. There are 2 of each. Now, let's continue, family. Oh, so basically, not basically, but in reality, the level of impairment and functional loss, that's what the severity is based on. So the more impairment, the more compensation. The more functional loss, the more compensation. So meaning it is hampering your ability to work or to function in daily life. Now, functional loss could also be your inability to walk and do certain things like that. Brother Kevin's in the house. Say good evening, veteran family. Good evening, Brother Kevin. Now, let us continue. Now, this is what's going to be key. I want everybody to look at this list. There are a few more. You couldn't get all of them. It'll be too overwhelming. But these are the major ones. The rating schedule major sections are the major sections of the rating schedule. So your condition is going to fall in some of these categories. I should have put major categories. Now, so either they're cardiovascular, either they're dental or oral category, they're going to fall under that. Digestive system, number 3. Endocrine system, number 4. Female reproductive system, number 5. Number 6, the it's the urinary tract system. Okay, that. Number 7, mental disorders. Number 8, musculoskeletal system. Number 9, nervous system. Number 10, nutritional deficiencies. So that's the type of disorder. If you're losing weight, gaining weight, you don't have the right, you have deficiencies when it comes to your nutrition. That's number 10. Number 11, respiratory system. Dealing with things such as COPD. We discussed this in the last live stream. We overlap them to make sure we cover everything. Number 12, anything dealing with the 5 senses. Loss of a sense of smell, touch, taste. Your vision is impaired. Number 9, anything dealing with the skin. Okay, loss of pigmentation. Many Vietnam veterans had issues with the skin dealing with Agent Orange. Number 12, immune disorders and infectious diseases. All right, family. These are the major categories or sections when it deals with disabilities. Hopefully we're clear. Number 3 is the symptom frequency. How frequent are the symptoms? Is that symptom or symptoms? Okay. And of course, they're going to deal with one at a time. So if you have carpal tunnel syndrome, carpal tunnel problems, or you have just damage that happened in the military, and you are a typist or computer software designer, and your hand, it affects your hand, it's how often you have problems with that injury, okay, that stops you or prevents you from doing your job, because that's what you're trained in your profession in. They say, well, you can do stuff that doesn't deal with your hands. Well, what can you do that don't really deal with using your hands? I don't know. Number 4, dealing with the duration. So when it comes to the panic attacks, how long are the panic attacks? When it comes to migraines, how long does the migraines last? When it comes to the hand, the wrist injury, the hand injury, how long does it last and prevent you from doing things in your job? Now, number 5, that those symptoms, which is related to the disability, the impact that they have on your home life and your work life, to keep it simple. All right. You may, let's say you have to balance both. To pick up kids from school, you have memory problems, returning library books, parent teacher conference, dance class, doctor appointment, grocery shopping, birthday parties, gifts. So this is all part of what you need to do, right? And when it comes to work, you might have to attend staff meetings. You got to remember to do so. You got to be organized. You got to have the proper paperwork, lunch client meetings, prepare presentations, workshops, follow up emails, contact staff, and different things. So if your condition limits your ability to do so or prevents your ability to do so, that means that shows it having an effect that the severity level of those symptoms are impacting your personal and work life. Now, who in here ever had a honey-do list? So, honey do this, honey do that. Whoever gave their significant other a honey-do list, who in here has been given a honey-do list? So if you've ever had a list where you got, hey, cut the grass, paint the bedroom, fix the garage, fix a leaky faucet, repair the screen door. I say, girl, you need to get another man to do all that extra stuff. Now, hold on. You need a side piece of all that. You got me working 2 full-time jobs. Repair screen door. Do anybody even have screen doors anymore? Weed garden, tile, bathroom, change light fixtures, change air filters. That sounds like slavery to me. Oh, and I got to kiss you too? Huh? Girl, you've been kissing the whole neighborhood, and God knows how many people you hugged. Whoa. But these are the things. Who in here? He said, I have a honey-do list. Betty Boss, have you ever given out a honey-do list? Do this, baby, do that. Why can't you cut the yard like the neighbor down the street? Betty said, I just do it myself. He takes too long. You cutting up. Kevin, do you have a to-do list? Or do you make one up for yourself? Let us know. Now, let us continue. Now, this also deals with the children and family. Your conditions can affect your ability when it comes to raising young children, because of the fact young children, they require a lot of attention. And depending on your disability, you may need help at certain times with that, whether you have anxiety problems or you may be in a wheelchair. But things, it can work, but you just have to adjust for it. But this impact also is a measure of the severity of your condition. If it limits you from doing things, helping your family and taking care, providing for your family. Now, and let's just talk about it, not just what you got to do for others. What about self-care? Who in here your main priority, your number one priority is self-care. Put a 1 in the chat. Well, put a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If self-care is your main priority. If it's not, that's okay. And you put it just a 1. Put a 1 in the chat. That's good. Put a 1 in the chat. Now let's see what our brother says. Oh, she'll make better bops. Hubby must be handsome because he doesn't sound handy, with all due respect. He's a pretty boy. Now, see, family, Brother Kevin just said it. Brother Kevin Cowboy Sr. said, just like Brother J. Oliver. Now we got to get real with it. Are we being selfish by putting ourselves first? Because I sure put 1, 2, 3. I'm first. Hold on, I got a daughter. I got a niece. Huh? Betty Bob say 1, 2, 3. Had to learn how to do it. Now listen. Do you think if your family members heard you say that you put self first, that might upset them? Why do you put yourself first? Why? Because some people would say you are being selfish by putting yourself first. You're supposed to put that man first. You're supposed to put your woman first. You're supposed to put your children first. You're supposed to put your siblings first. I ain't trying to push no buttons, okay, fam? Why is it so important to put yourself first, family? We need to know. Why do you do it when as you think of it? Because, me, I look at it like if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of nobody else. And I can't rely on other people to always be concerned with me. I got to be concerned with me. Huh? Let me see. Make sure y'all, okay. So when we're doing things, that's one of the big things dealing with your severity level. Can you do things to take care of your personal life? All right, let's see. December 2024, I had no other choice. And July 2025, I have him. See, listen, no other choice. I got sick. What people like, hey, you ain't got time to get sick. You got to cater to me. I'm having an emergency, Betty Bops. I'm having an emergency, Jay Oliver, Brother Charleston. Hold on. Why is it's about you right now? You need to put me first. How about how I feel? I know you got these conditions. I know you got to go to these appointments, but you're going to these appointments all the time. Can you cut out some of them? You make it sound like it's a job going to that VA. I ain't trying to stir up no confusion, but people may not understand the importance of what we do. I position myself if last to secure the bag in the past. Okay. Now I have to do it now to secure it in this realm. Come on. I hear you. Now, because what if you got, let me ask you this, and I want you to be real, fam. Fam, I need you to be real here. If you got down where you couldn't take care of yourself, you couldn't get out the bed by yourself, you couldn't take care of your personal hygiene, bathe, brush your teeth, lotion your body, couldn't feed yourself, clothe yourself. Tell me the number of people, think in your mind, and as the preacher say, in your sanctified imagination. Think of how many people you could depend on to do so for more than a week. Come on and talk to me. How many people could you depend on to help you with something like this? Talk about it. That is willing to do it. For me, there's two. My daughter and my niece. Jay say 1. My Lord. Betty say 0. Do y'all understand? This is a real world out here. And I put that 2. That don't mean they may not be around. They might fall in love. Dennis say 1. Come on, fam. Hold on. All the people we know, as big as some of our families are, you telling me that we're restricted to single digits, to one hand, when it comes to another number of people that we can rely upon? What about the people that you loan money? What about the people that you gave a place to stay when they didn't have a place to stay? What about the people that were sick that you helped get well? What about the people that you saved them out of a bind? Can you depend on them? Java say, hi, Dennis. Now listen to what our brother Charleston says. So true, H-Town. They think our medical care with the VA is not important. I don't understand them. We got to get into that. Let's explain something. Let's break something down. People that are civilians don't understand our relationship with the VA, our relationship with our relationship concerning, let me put it, our connection, how our healthcare is related to our military service, and many of the things that we were exposed to, injected with, many of the injuries that we got. Remember, when you in the military, you're around weaponry that's meant to damage the body in all type of ways. Chemicals that are meant to damage the body all type of ways, and you don't know you were even exposed to them. I didn't learn to 10 years later, 10 years later, that I was exposed to sarin gas. So what was that doing to my body all those years? What effect could it possibly have on my daughter that I had after Desert Storm? See, these are the things. And so when people, my question to y'all, why do you think people don't understand us going to the restroom? Oh, Lord. I mean, us going to the, look, I'm thinking about all these functions up here. Us going to the VA all the time. And some people, it really said wrong with them. They say they pay you to go to your appointment. They're comparing their relationship with healthcare with our relationship to healthcare. What is different about a veteran's healthcare than someone in the civilian world? Is there a difference? Yes or no? Let us know you feel that if there's a difference. Let us know. Okay. All right. And then Betty says H-Town being realistic. Yeah. Yes. Man. No problem. And they speak in. Now listen what he just come in the room. MG Smith say, H-Town, good evening, family. Sorry I'm late. We're here. Betty Bob says, we're waiting hella long. We wait hella long. See, they don't understand that. That's the difference. We wait because there's so many veterans in there. And guess what? When they go to a regular hospital, they don't feel no connection with those people. When we walk into a VA hospital and we see a veteran that's missing limbs, we see a veteran that seems to be under distress. When we hear them code reds call when a veteran starts crashing out and having a mental health crisis, that affects us, whether we want to admit it or not, family. When you go in there, you see a veteran that look like they're at the last part of their life, that troubles us. Because we feel an identity, or we identify or connect with those people, where people going to a regular doctor, they don't feel no connection to those people. Tell me if I'm making sense. Everybody speaking to MG Smith. Now, here we go. Now, the issue is when you at work, like Brother Charleston said, I want to ask you a question, Brother Charleston, and to the rest of the family that's here. When you're working with these VA conditions, the VA disabilities, or conditions that you didn't know that you had before they became service connected? How does it throw off your work rhythm? How does the panic attacks throw off your work rhythm? How does the back injuries, the PTSD, huh? How does the depression, how does migraines throw off your work rhythm? What about muscle problems, COPD, respiratory problems, nutrition deficiencies? How does these things affect your work rhythm, you being in the swing of doing your job? Let us know, family. These are the things that you need to put on your letter. Your doctor needs to put in your medical clinical notes. Are you listening to me? Now listen to what our brother Charleston say. I've had civilian doctors say to me, I can't help you, go to the VA. What kind of mess is that? I'm sorry. What did they explain? Brother Charleston, please expound upon that. Did they tell you what they mean by they can't help you? They are a healthcare physician, right? They're trained like the VA doctors are, and many of them are trained in the VA system. 70% of all doctors are trained in the VA system. What do they mean that you got to go to the VA, they can't help you? Did they give an explanation, brother? Come on, let's talk about it. Betty Bob say, H-Town, we do take, hold on, let me see. I can't see. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. Sometime I got to pull it up on the screen. H-Town, we do talk to each other and share information at the VA hospital. Civilian, they are very unfriendly. Yes, now that's one of the if you do all community care, unless there's other veterans there, you don't have that strength and bond that you're able to find some veterans that you're comfortable talking to. And many times y'all share information. How many of y'all have learned about a lot of stuff at the VA hospital talking to other veterans about your benefits, about other programs that were offered by the VA? Let us know. If you did, let us know. Put me in the chat. me, if you learn, if that's what you've done. Now listen, MG Smith said, yes, going to the VA, we share with veterans with similar problems. So you're able to relate to other veterans. Okay. So put me in the chat if you're able to go to the VA hospital, the VA region office, and relate to other veterans in a way that helps you. Now, so you're telling me the VA hospital is just not a medical facility. It's a networking place for veterans to contact each other and understand you're not the only one. Huh? Now Betty Bob say me. She connect. What? Tell me something. One of the biggest things that you learned. One of the biggest things that you learned when you were at the VA hospital, whether it was related to your health or VA compensation benefits. Let us know. Who learned when you go there? Put me in the chat. MG Smith, if you learn, you connect with other veterans, tell me some of the things that you have learned. And want to get back to the information, of course. Now, Charlton say, cause my private healthcare insurance, okay, wouldn't cover expenses pre-approved. The VA charged my private insurance. It was non-service connected. Okay. Did you end up having to pay it though? Now, MG Smith say, me. Now let's say, wow, I'm sorry, Charleston Zimmerman, that they were so ishy to you. Yeah. Now, Jay Oliver says, me, I learned about insure and housing vouchers. Family, listen, that's why we go there. Now, let me ask you this, and we're going to go into it. Yes. Look. I learned about travel vouchers eventually there. I learned about insure on here. You taught me that, I think, Jalen. So I already started requesting that. I'm seeing a nutritionist real soon. Huh. Now, see, the people perish, the veteran perish because of a lack of knowledge. Huh? M.G. Smith says, learning about travel vouchers, how to fill them out correctly. How many of our parents and grandparents who were in during the Vietnam era, in during the Korean War era, my twin uncles, World War II, and my great granddaddy, World War I. Come on now. And they didn't know about these things or wasn't allowed to get the benefits in the case of my black family. Now, family, the rhythm. How does it throw off your rhythm, your condition, your disabilities? How does it prevent you from working, completing work tasks, limit work limits? Are you limited to certain things you can do when it comes to typing, when it comes to bending over, when it comes to looking at the screen? Come on, let's talk about it. So this is what they measure severity based on your ability to complete work tasks or your inability to complete work tasks if you're overwhelmed by them. All right, that's another thing. Your ability to complete work tasks and what jobs you may qualify for. And this is a tricky one. I want you to understand. You might be trained as a doctor, but because you're service-connected disabilities, it limits you from working there. So they tell you, well, you can go pick up trash on the side of the street. That won't put you back in a profession that you're trained for. They can't just say, okay, yeah, you can pick up trash. No, that ain't how it works. In the military, you got to pass a physical fitness test. That's why many people get out on a medical discharge if they're not able to meet the requirements based on a service-connected disability for the most part. Let us continue, family. Now, dealing with it, so that's why you go to the CMP exam to deal with the measure of your symptoms to find out. This is the severity assessment takes place in here because a qualified professional, a neurologist, somebody that does a sleep study, may not be a doctor, whoever's qualified to do that assessment. And remember, now I finally found the slide, and I want you to understand that clip from the top is actually from the VA website, Public Disability Benefits Questionnaire, DBQs. This is what they said, quote, if you are interested in submitting a disability benefits questionnaire in support of your claim, visit our website, which includes a list of DBQs available to the public. So if they're available to the public, those public DBQs, they should have the same weight, tell me if I'm wrong, as the CMP exam that the VBA sends you to, the Veteran Benefits Administration. Or why would they publicize them? Come on, talk about it, fam. Now we have Betty Bobson here say, how to get the veteran's number for the funeral home in another state. Now you say how to get the veteran number for the funeral home in another state. If you say what funeral home, what veteran number? Let me know what you mean by that, because whatever veteran cemetery they have. You talking about the veteran cemetery or funeral home? They have public funeral homes, but if you're talking about the veteran cemetery, call that. They can give you the ones for different states or the main number that can hook you up with that. Let us know what you mean by that, Betty Pops. That's kind of random. I don't know. Now, here we go. So anybody, whether they do a public DBQ or a CMP exam, they're supposed to look at your VA claim history. All right. Your C file. This is important, which is your VA claim history. Review it. And whatever conditions that you are claiming. Now listen, whether it's an ankle injury, toxic exposure, if it's something that's presumptive, that's another thing. But those are that direct service connected, like back pain, TBI, MST, GERD, you're looking at the symptoms for these different conditions and how severe they are for each condition. Some conditions you may get service connected for, others you may not get service connected for. Some you might get deferred because they want more information about it based on their measuring your severity level for those conditions. Now listen, Brother Charleston says, yeah, we'll try to answer that in the after party, Betty Bops. Now Charleston says, H-Town, does the same rater compare the public DBQ and CMP exam DBQ the same time? I can't say because I'm not in those rooms, but it makes sense. They shouldn't be comparing both. They should, except if you send in a public DBQ first, listen to me. If you send it with the symptoms on there and they're assessing the severity, let's say you're already service connected, because tonight we're just assuming that you're already service connected and you're just trying to get either increased severity, you're trying to get increased severity. If you send in a public DBQ first that you had done by an outside doctor, and if that DBQ is complete, they shouldn't need a CMP exam DBQ because they can end up with conflicting medical opinions. And that's a problem. However, if you had the CMP done and it was unfavorable, then you went and got a public DBQ, you're using that public DBQ to refute that CMP exam that the VA sent you to. Now she says, H-Town, I went to the VA hospital to get my father's VA number. Okay, that number. Okay, so I didn't know what you was talking about. Listen, I didn't know if you went to the VA hospital to get that or the VA regional office to get that. So really good to know. Patient advocate sent me to an office in the hospital, and they called the funeral home, gave them my father's VA number. Good. I want you to talk more about that when we get to the after part, because that's good. Got it. Yes. So the only reason you would do a public DBQ after you've had a CMP exam is if when the CMP exam DBQ underrated you and you want to show that your symptoms are more severe, or they denied your claim. Okay? But if you've already sent in a public DBQ and then they say, we'll schedule you for a CMP exam, that's called overdevelopment of the claim. It's supposed to be unnecessary unless they can justify that you didn't have, it wasn't done properly, meaning the doctor didn't look over all your records, or it was incomplete. Come on now. And they might defer it. Now, remember, when the doctors and whoever medical or health professional person that's looking over your records, they need to review of medical evidence, your work and social impairment, your in-service personnel records, your in-service medical records, private treatment records, VA health records. Come on, family. And need to have all that. And a lot of the symptoms and functional impairment, this will be covered in the doctor's evaluation. And it has to be, if you get a public DBQ done, it must be selected where it say records reviewed on this DBQ. Page what? On this page, I don't know what page it is. but it says, I think it's page 1, file, claim file, hard copy, paper, C file. So they reviewed the whole thing: in-service treatment records, personnel records, VA hospital records, VA problems list, and medications list, private treatment records. So they need to mimic what a CMP doctor would do. You can't just go in there and say, your doctor say, oh, he or she got the symptoms for 100%. Well, you better back that up with the evidence. So you better first say, the doctor better say that they reviewed the evidence. Am I making sense? Now, and in the complete evaluation, because remember, this is the severity assessment. This is all part of what we're talking about tonight, the severity assessment. They have to evaluate. The evaluation is an assessment of the medical evidence, which may involve conducting an examination, providing a medical opinion, or both. And this evaluation, we're just assuming it's for health, is for an increased rating. Now listen to what our sister say here. Let me pull myself up so I can say. Important. I like when y'all talk about DBQs and stuff that we're on topic with, because that helps everybody. Listen to what she said. Betty Bob said, I received a decision letter. And if you don't know what a decision letter is, watch our video, decision letter. All right. We have one that's a notification letter, and we have one that's a VA code sheet. Watch those. Now, I received a decision letter, and it said need more information. That means most likely it was deferred. I sent it August the 1st, 2025, and got a decision on August the 3rd, 2025. And they emailed me everything I sent them. I sent 2 complete DBQs. Okay. Wow. You think you got the juice, don't you? Huh? You think you got the juice, Betty Bob? You flexing up in here. The Bronx style. So proud of you, my sister. MG Smith say, wow, Betty, never heard of that. Well, once we get clear about what we're doing and sharpening ourselves, and family, when you're able to be at the VA hospital around other veterans, when you're able to be here where we're connecting the veterans, that keeps our mind sharp, and we become more aware of things that we miss, blind spots that we either forgot about or we don't think about. We can help each other with those things. And I hope that's what we're doing here. So let us continue, fam. Now let's see what I still say. H-Town, that made no sense. I know they did not read it. Nah. Did they deny it? Let me know it. No, they don't read it. That was so quick. That was way too quick. Did they make a denial? Or did they, if they approved it, oh well. Now, but that's a problem too, because they approved it. Somebody can come back later and say, oh, they didn't correctly evaluate you. Betty Bob's using shotgun method. Overwhelming data. Yeah, it sure was real quick. No, it was not a denied. No, it was not a denied OT. Okay. Okay, they didn't deny it. It's good. Make sure you keep your evidence so if they don't come back, because some other supervisor may look over and say, you didn't properly assess this, evaluate this claim, so we want you to go back and lower them and tell them, no, this was done in error. So have your evidence at all times. Shouldn't be an issue. Now remember, these are symptoms for mental health. All mental health conditions pretty much have the same symptoms. The DBQ for PTSD is a particular one, but for depression and other mental health disorders, it's similar, not exactly the same, but similar. So if you're dealing with the symptoms, all symptoms are not created equal. Okay? Panic attacks more than once a week. That's dealing with frequency. Start at the top on blue. You see what they're saying right there? Huh? Let me see. I'm pull up a whole screen for now. Panic attacks more than once a week. And I might pull it up on the whole screen, fam. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna pull myself up on. I'm gonna take myself out, so I want to make sure y'all can definitely see this. Okay. Hopefully you can. If you see it better, let me know. Yeah, dog, that didn't work out. Now I can't get to it. All right, so let me do this thing. All right, I'll do it like that. All right. So now, panic attacks more than once a week. That's dealing with, is that dealing with the duration or the frequency? Panic attacks, let us know in the chat. If it's dealing with the duration, put how long the symptom lasts, put a D for duration. If it's dealing with how frequent it happens, put a F for frequency. Okay? Yeah, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Let me know. That first one. Now the second symptoms. Obsessive rituals which interfere with routine daily activities. That's frequency. Any of them could be frequency, but look, suicidal ideation. That's how long the ideation lasts. It could be the frequency too. So it could be either or. They measuring all of them. Now, impaired short and long-term memory. If it's long-term memory, that's dealing with duration, a long duration or short duration of the symptom. Okay? Inability to establish or maintain effective relationships. This could be any type of relationship. Family relationships, work relationships, community relationships. Problem speaking, speech intermediate, obscure. Anxiety, what our brother said. Speech intermediate, illogical, saying things kind of randomly. This is in the blue I'm reading. Difficulty in establishing and maintaining effective work and social relationships. It don't mean you're unable to, you're difficult in doing so. Now, this is the hypothetical Mr. John Brown. This is his symptoms. Gross impairment of thoughts and impairment in thought process, intermediate illogical speech, suspicion, depressed mood, suicide ideation, occupation, social impairment with deficiency in most areas, such as school, work, family relationship, judgment, thinking, and mood. These were the main two that he had: persistent delusions and impaired judgment. Gross impairment in communication. Both of these are symptoms at the 100% level of severity. Okay? Now most of you see that you starting to see that most of them deal with frequency. Huh? See, it ain't how severe it happens if it only happened once a year. Now, severity is important, but they want, the more often it happens, the more chances you are to get an increase. If you have a panic attack once a week, that's one thing. Twice a week, they're going to ask you. 4 or 5 times a week, that is severe. Where you going to be working at with those type of panic attacks? So everybody's saying frequency. Now listen to say anxiety, frequency, triggers, frequency. Family, you got it. Now I'm going back to Betty Bops. She say, I sent 2 letters last week and received another today. Intent to file should have said March 18, 2025. Okay. So these are symptoms. So these are symptoms for PTSD and other mental health disorders. But you might have symptoms for migraines. And remember, there are only certain ratings for migraines. The highest you can get for migraines is at 50%. The highest you can get for asthma is 100%. So there are going to be symptoms at each level. The more severe, the harsher the symptom is on the individual and impacting their ability to work and function in daily life. Think about it. If you're having persistent delusions and impaired judgment, where you going to be working at on a serious level? Gross impairment of communication. You can't talk. So they told him, told Mr. John Brown, the overall evidentiary record, listen, shows that the severity of your disability most closely approximates the criteria for 100% disability evaluation. Now, I want you to understand, because he has severe symptoms. Now, if it's panic attacks more than once a week, now it'd be panic attacks, almost continuous panic attacks. It's panic attacks every day. Now, that's going to totally disrupt your life, your personal life, and your work life. And that could get you toward 100%. Did you hear me? So listen what they say. The overall evidentiary record shows that the severity of your disability most closely approximate the criteria of 100% disability evaluation. You got a 0% criteria, 10% criteria, 20, 30, 40, whatever for your condition. Come on, family. Hopefully we're making sense. Let me know if we're making sense. And remember, you can always take the information, because you said, Betty Bops, they didn't look over it. You can sit there and break it down on a supported claim form, all the evidence that's in these documents that they may not look at, and you can put them in a condensed fashion and back them up with VA law. All right, we do that on several videos. This is one we're doing to show that the condition was static and permanent, not likely to improve. We showed that the condition was stagnant with no change of progress. Give me a second. We showed that it persists for at least 5 years without material improvement. There go frequency again. It persists. Symptoms kept going for over at least 5 years. Frequency is very important. How often it happens is very important. Come on now, fam. Then permanent, not likely to improve. Why? Because of these frequent symptoms. The symptoms continue to happen. Let me take this headset off. Now, family, let us continue. Symptoms is all about the symptoms and their severity, family. And the severity of those symptoms. And like we say, here we go. When you have a symptom at the 100% level, and we said Mr. John Brown got 2 over on the right-hand side, he's totally disabled. That's the severity. Now, it's important that you make sure that they look at your full medical record and have everything organized with your problems list. They're not going to go through every document. You need to have the key things laid out. A binder would be very important to give to a private doctor to look over and organize it. That's what we're here for. That's what lawyers do. And the clinical evidence are the same thing as medical evidence. You need things such as any medical records, other records that support your VA claim disability. It don't have to be medical. Some stuff might be a plane crash in the military, like a newspaper article showing the plane crash that you were in while you were in the military. Or you had a car wreck off base that was horrific and somebody documented it in the news. That's also evidence. Evidence may include medical test results, hospital records, statements from friends and family. Who've ever got buddy statements from other family or other people? Put buddy statements, or you can put family. Now, private medical records, remember I told you, don't just give them access, the VA access to all your private medical records, because they might find something there that they'll use against you. Aha, you got this entry after the military, or it became more severe because of an accident you had while you were in the civilian world. So you limit the amount of records that you give to the VA. You don't just tell your doctor to send everything over to them and your private doctor. Did you hear me? Tell me if I'm clear now. Let me know if I'm clear. Now, VA hospital records, because they're always coming back. Every time you was right, but I thought I could do it. Now, you just thought you didn't have to listen to me. Okay, just keep doing it. Don't tell me about it after I told you how it is to do the right thing. Now, who had a buddy statement in there? Support and lay statements, nexus letters, public DBQs, and the most important medical opinions. Now listen to Jay Oliver. Buddy statements. President activity National Guard. Oh, President activates the National Guard. Wow. Yes, I heard that. He's trying to get attention up. Now, listen. Let's see what buddy statement and husband statement. Yes, it's important to get a spouse or close family member that you live with, or people that knew you before you went in the military and after you got out. Now, remember, they're going to usually do one of three things. They're going to approve your claim. And right now we're talking about for increased severity. They're going to defer your claim because they need more information or they have conflicting opinions. Let's say you did a public DBQ, but they sent you to a CMP exam anyway. So now they have to defer your claim because they got conflicting opinions when they should have just went off, if it was a favorable rating, went off with your CMP. I mean, your DBQ, private DBQ said. I don't know why you would turn in a private DBQ that's not favorable. I just wouldn't turn it in. But some people turn it in against themselves. So you read over it before. Don't let no doctor send nothing straight to the VA. You get that with that signature on there. You get it yourself and look at, now I ain't turning this in. Now, MG Smith says, buddy statement, overseas vehicle accident. Yes. Some things are hard to report. Charleston say National Transport Board reports and findings. Really good. That's a really good one. Never thought about that. Well, how we get access? If you have a link to that, let me know. The link that you sent me tonight, the other day, Brother Charleston, from I have to log in and all that to I don't know if it's whatever that article about that young man. I wasn't able to pull it up. Jolliver, no benefits if governor activates National Guard. Wow. Did not know that. No benefits. What you say? And that's what the name of it is. The program, the department that handles these increased ratings, these symptoms, is called the VASRD, Veterans Affairs Scheduling for Rating Disabilities. This is the evaluation framework, okay? So you'll know who's handling your claim, whether you get an increase or not. All right. Family, are we going into it or are we not? Now, when you're dealing with that money, family, them symptoms, now let's understand something. The thing is, the longer the symptom lasts, the duration of it, the more money. Okay? The least amount of time, the less money. You got to understand how often it happens, the impact it has in your personal life, the impact it has in your work life. So those are the 4 domains. Are we clear? Does that explain it? That's cool how I got it doing it, huh? And remember, severity level, depending on your conditions, rating criteria, you will be certain percentages. Some have 10 to 100%. Some only have certain numbers in here. If you have a serious dental problem, the highest you can get is 40%. We did cover this, fam. So I hope we did. Let's see here. Did we cover these things? The rating assessment, did we define it for those that came in from the beginning? Did we define the rating assessment? Did we describe the major sections of the rating schedule? Did we talk about how frequent are your symptoms? Did we discuss how long do symptoms last, which is the duration? And did we talk about symptoms impact on daily life and work tasks? Family, if we did it, put yes. If not, put no. And we're going to try to clarify that. Now, if you just came in late, that's on you. You got to go back and watch it. If you were here and did we cover it? Come on. So that means, and we want to know, did we answer the question, what is the first step in measuring a VA disabilities severity level? See if y'all remember, what is it called when you're measuring a VA disability severity level? It's called a severity what? Now I gotta tell y'all because I kind of messed up not a rating assessment, it's a severity assessment, which is a rating assessment too. Severity assessment. Let's see. So y'all saying we covered it tonight. Jay Oliver say we did. Then Betty Bops. Fam, we ain't been here but an hour. Then Charleston. And then yes, the VA SRD. We have 14 likes, 13 watching. Finally got to enjoy a live. Why you say you finally got to enjoy a live? Why you say that? This is the first time you enjoy a live. I'm confused, sister. What you mean? Now remember some helpful tips. Some helpful tips. You need to make sure when you're dealing with severity, you need to log your symptoms, how frequent they happen, how long they last, and how severe they impact you. Okay, let me say that again. When it's dealing with your symptoms, you need to document how frequent they happen. Weekly, 3 times a week, 5 times a week. How long they last, 30 minutes, an hour, or they and how they impact your daily or your work life. Let's see. Oh, he's right. Assessment. That's what it was, an assessment. Hold on, let me see. That's what I did. I said I'll go back and watch. Yes. Now listen. Our 6 minutes. I was not looking out how many likes and how many was watching. Oh no, but you did it. We got it done in an hour and some minutes. Now, another thing you need to consider are secondary conditions. Whenever you're dealing with severity levels, see if some of those symptoms are related to secondary conditions. And if your symptoms are not enough for you to be paid at the 100% rate, you don't have 100% symptoms, but those symptoms prevent you from working, file for unemployability if you have at least one condition that's 60% or higher, or you have a combined 70% rating with one condition being 40% and the rest adding up to at least 70%. Come on, fam. If we break it down, now, how do you track your symptoms? I forgot who in here who has started a symptoms log. Who started one? Let us know if you keeping a symptoms log or you got an app where you tracking your symptoms. All right, put log in the chat or app. If you got a log, put log. If you got an app that tracks your symptoms, put APP. Which one you have? A log or an app that's tracking your symptoms. Please start doing that. Now, Rosie D say log. Let me get what he says. Good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the chat. Fam, did what? I know we went fast. Now listen, Betty says log on my daily calendar. Somebody name some of the apps that you can track your symptomologies, your symptoms. Y'all name the apps before. Can you do it tonight? Jay Oliver said, I have a daily journal. Betty Bob says, hello, Rose City D. And they're speaking. Okay. Now, here's the thing, family. Did y'all know why it's important to keep track of your symptoms? I need to start doing it myself, but mine are like daily. If they ever try to call you in for a reevaluation, guess what you're going to take? That log. Guess what you're going to take? You're going to print off information from that app. That's evidence. That's clinical evidence that you can give to as soon as they call you in, they say they ain't going to reevaluate you. Go get a private DBQ done and take that log in to that doctor. H-Town, H-Town, so you won't go in there stumbling. That's right. No. Heck no. You better have something in there. And guess what's other documentation when you talking to your doctor? That's why I say if you got a condition, at least see that doctor 3 to 4 times a year. Twice a year, you can do that. But if you want to make sure you straight, I say stay in there for a while. All right. Now, remember with the secondary conditions, we're going to have to eventually do something showing all the secondary conditions to disease. We're going to do that when we cover each condition. And also make sure, like we said about the individual unemployability, if you don't qualify for 100% scalar or permanent total rating of 100%, get temporary IU. You said, I did. All right. Smash that like button, family. If you haven't done so far, smash that like button, family. We got into it tonight. Share. Please share this live stream with others. And subscribe. For those of you that are not subscribed, please subscribe so you can be able to chat with the rest of the family up in here. Now, let us continue. We're going to cover VA law, family. And so we appreciate y'all for being so patient and kind. Now, we've been covering one section at a time. We did, I think we did the essentials of evaluating rate. I don't know if we did that. We did interpretations of the examination report. I've actually used that. Solution of reasonable doubt, evaluating evidence, higher of 2 evaluations. Now let's see what it says here. 4.7, where there is a question as to which of 2 evaluations shall be applied, the higher evaluation will be assigned if the disability pictures more nearly approximates the criteria required for that rating. Otherwise, the lower rating will be assigned. So let's say you have 2 DBQs. You got a public DBQ and a private DBQ. And let's just assume that your public DBQ more approximates your symptoms that are shown, not just on that DBQ, but in your overall medical evidence record, your medical history with your doctor at the VA or whatever. Remember, let's read it again. Where there's a question as to which of the 2 evaluations shall be applied, The higher evaluation will be assigned if the disability picture more nearly approximate the criteria, meaning the percentage rating. So if the higher one, because they're saying it's more severe, all right, criteria required for the rating. Otherwise, the lower will be assigned if the evidence more, your overall record shows a less of the rating, they're going to go with that. Now, let's listen. That's it for the law. Any questions on that? We got Dallas in the room. Say hello, family. Everybody speaking to Dallas. Now, let's see what our sister says here. J. Oliver, thank you. I did. It said you can submit more evidence. So why would you call it a decision letter? Oh, Lord. It would say it's like a floating decision. It's like it's not a decision supposed to be final, right? But what about you, Amir? Now, family, let us continue. So we went over the VA law for tonight. Now we're going to go VA news. So we thank you for being such a wonderful family here tonight. All right. Give us a second here. We're going to do a little, tonight, we're going to have VA news. That's our section. Breaking news. Dougie's in the house. Breaking news. Sorry, Brother Charleston. Dougie talks. Dougie talks. Dougie talks. So, fam, we're going to get into that. Hold on. Let me see what I got here. Let me see. All right. I need to share it. Okay. So give me a second. I forget stuff, family. All right. I'm gonna remove that. All right. We're going into the great Doug Collins tonight. So we're going to stop the music, family, and we're going to see what the Secretary of the VA is telling us, updating us on. I haven't seen this. This was sent to me, I want to say, by our sister, Betty Bob. I wasn't able to pull the one up you sent to me, brother. I tried to, and the brother Charleston and brother Jay Oliver. I think you were the one that sent me one, but let's try to we're going to need a better quality so we can be able to see it. The list you did on the different sound jobs that cause ear damage or noise damage. So let us get to it. We got Dougie looking at himself. Huh? He looking at himself. Charleston, you can't beat this. Say, listen, Charleston, say, poor Pastor Dougie will get his mouth clean with soap for Phoebe. Let's see. You wrong on this one, brother. Let's see what hey, let me know if y'all can hear. Good, let us know.
Everybody, it's Doug Collins. Wow. First day on the job. I want to thank President Trump for nominating me.
So he's looking back from when he first started. So give me a second. Let me make sure. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Fair use. Hold on. Let me get back over here. Fair use. Fair use. This is for educational and informative purposes only. Let me know you hear. Give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to do that again. I'm sorry. I got the sound right, but I need to put it on the stage. So sorry. Here we go. We're going to start this over.
Hey, everybody, it's Doug Collins. Wow, first day on the job. I want to thank President Trump for nominating me to be the 12th
Wow.
VA.
It's been 6 months since that video. So much has happened, and I'm so proud to be the Secretary of VA. So proud to work with the great folks at the VA to help our veterans to do exactly what I talked about in that video. From that moment forward, we said there's going to be one thing and one thing only that we're going to focus on, and that is putting veterans first. Now, since President Trump selected me to be the Veterans Affairs Secretary, he said to go take care of veterans, and that's what we've done. I mean, so many things that we've been able to accomplish, all because of the good teamwork, not only at the VA, but also of our partners in the nonprofits, our VSOs, and also just the veteran community in general. You know, we've made a lot of changes. We've done a lot of things that are focused entirely on how do we do this as an organization to take care of veterans. We've transformed a bureaucratic organization in which we have sometimes more rules than we did understanding of what we were doing to make sure that veterans got the care they needed. So that's why we've worked on community care. That's why we've enlarged our referrals up from 6 months to 12 months. That's why we're taking right now a hard look at what we do internally for our community care, for our doctors, to let our primary care physicians be able to treat people and have continuity of care in a very sensible and reasonable way. It's why we have worked very hard to strengthen our teams inside our VA hospitals to make sure that we're giving direct care the best we can. Now, we do really good stuff here at the VA. You know, since we came in 6 months ago, the backlog was at 260,000, and I'm standing here today telling you we're almost at 160,000. That's 35% drop, or almost a.
How many of y'all believe that? He says a 35% drop in the backlog. Truth or a lie? If he said it, I'm gonna kind of go on this side. He wouldn't. Do you think there's been a 35% in the backlog on disability benefit claims? If you agree with that, put true. If you don't, put false or lie. Do you believe that? True, false, or is it false or lie? Which one? Let us know. Now let's see what we got. Self-praise is a sin. Yes, it is. Yes. High-minded, puffed up. Teach me how to. Never mind. Oh boy, now you say y'all can hear the sound good. H-Town. That's what I said last week. Doug get caught in lies. Yes, indeed. We're going to see. Then we have Betty Bob say, Jay Oliver, I'm a little too old. I don't know. 35% denials. Wow. So the denials matching the you got jokes. You hear MG Smith. He said, yeah, the backlog went down by 35% because they have that 35% was denials. They just cleared it out with denials. I never thought about that. Dallas, you were always positive, Dallas. Dallas says that numbers can be manipulated. Is that 35% a truth or a lie? You speaking on Pastor Dougie. Do you want to repent? Huh? You going against a man of God. Now, come on now. The Bible say, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Listen, J. Oliver say, truth, because if you deny more, the backlog is cleared. Oh, Lord, J. Oliver, y'all are cynical up in here, man. Yeah, you say, yeah, they cleared the backlog with deniers. He didn't say what percentage of that how much of that 35% was approved claims, denied claims, and deferred claims. Did not break it down, did he? He just says cleared. Now, Charleston, lied, processed, or approved. Come on, one thing is being processed, another thing is approved. Yeah, they can clear a whole bunch of things if they're not giving a veteran their proper benefits where they properly process. M.G. Smith says a lie. Now, okay, Betty Bob say, true, they don't read none of the claims. Send the CMP exams with actionable and sufficient DBQs. Come on, fam. Let's see. Pastor Doug is gonna clean it up. He gonna answer all your questions. He gonna tell you what you need to know. Listen closely.
100,000 backlogs have been cleared in just a little under 6 months. That's some impressive stuff that says that we at the VA care about veterans and making sure you get the benefits you deserve and making it easier to get them while we're there. We're also taking a look at a lot of other things. We're also opening clinics. We've opened to make them more accessible to the neighborhoods where they need to be. I've visited almost 20 hospitals in my time as VA secretary, and I've heard directly.
Fam, I gotta be honest with you. I gotta come more. I don't like when politicians, firemen, white politicians, firemen, get black babies in their hand or older black people, and they all kneel down like they give a hoot about what's going on with this man. Stop using us as props. Now, I don't mind people sincerely helping, but I hope Pastor Dougie is doing this from his heart. But because a young black man that can talk like myself or Rose City D, is he actually listening to us, or do we have to be like that Ryan guy where I blew up everything, and yeah, I blew up stuff all the time. They don't really care about what we went through as black veterans. They want the only real heroes are the white guys. So when you gonna talk to some young black men and women, Pastor Dougie, that's veterans, not just older people, and don't pay. I'm not saying that's a heck of a look right there. I hear you. Well, hear him what? He's at a certain point of his life now. Come on, man. That's my opinion, but everybody's entitled to this. Say, Jalvis, zero service connected. I hear you. He seems like a used car salesman. He is the pastor, so I got to give him some respect on that now. What's the difference between a evangelist and a used car salesman, a preacher and a used car salesman? Somebody tell me the difference between a preacher and a used car salesman, or are they similar?
From our doctors, our nurses. And, as we talk about the issues there, I've been able to bring back things that have actually made real change, talking about how we do credentialing, how we do take care of transfers, how we actually work with our community, and how we actually get stuff done in our hospitals. We've had over 1 million direct care appointments outside of normal operating hours. Think about that. These early morning and evening and weekends appointments are giving veterans more timely and convenient options for care. And so as we open more clinics, as we spend more money to make sure these actually happen, it means.
Man, he cutting that ribbon. You see Pastor cutting them ribbons. Ain't no black folks in sight. Ain't even no Hispanics there. Can he at least get one white Hispanic or somebody? God dog.
It's one thing and one thing only. Our veterans are getting taken.
Here go another with him, an old black person that's in a feeble position, unhealthy position. So the only people you're gonna deal with black is people that's so grateful to see you, but you taking charge as white daddy. Excuse me? This is my first time seeing this, family. I don't like that. I ain't never liked that because they used to have pictures of white firemen taking babies out of a burning building, but then you had white firemen telling them how many black people they let burn up in there. When they get older, they get sad and confess and get guilty and start, yeah, I let some black people burn up in houses before. But they got them on the front of Time magazine with a black baby in their hand. Come on now. I don't know, man. And maybe I'm race baiting. I don't know, because I don't like why you got one black person after another smiling to see you. Oh my Lord. See, we ain't all that bad. Look at us. They love us. Man. Say the good old boy system. Hold on. Now you went too far. I was on Dougie. Hold on. He called Pastor Dougie a snake. Hold on. This is a preacher. This is a man of God. He may have flaws, but he was a chaplain in the military, fam. Now listen to what Betty Bob say. My brother, an Army veteran, he's a preacher and a great liar. Oh Lord. Hold on. I hope your brother don't see this live stream. We gonna all go to hell. She said her brother's a preacher and a great liar. She didn't say a great preacher and a liar. She said he's a preacher and a great liar. He's greater at lying than he is at preaching. My Lord. Now listen, Jalva say he don't even know who that guy is. H-Town. Don't say that. But this is one older black man after another. He propping in on pictures, just props. Don't want to know what they have to say. Don't care about what they think. Huh? If I hear another Southern white man tell me about how they was at a church with an old black man at the altar, and that old black man, he was praying to God, and I was too, and I had a revelation. Ain't no different. God don't see me no different as he see him. It ain't about how God see you. It's how when you get back in that policy room, you do stuff to undermine us. Not saying that the pastor would do that. Come on now. But I don't like these. This is what you call. I don't like them using us as mascots. Use us as a mascot to get something passed. That's what they're doing. This is to justify all the stuff they're doing. Look at the black person as a mascot when they doing stuff not benefiting black veterans. Won't you give us the GI Bill from World War II that you gave the white veterans, and the bill is in the office in Congress right now, but y'all ain't passed it yet. My uncles could not get the GI Bill because they were black. Huh? My family members could not get the GI Bill, my great-granddaddy, because he was black. So they owe that. Won't you, instead of giving prop pictures, I don't need no feel-good picture. I don't need you showing up at my house. Give me something tangible, something that's old. Give it to the descendants of those World War II veterans, those black World War II veterans. And that's what I got to say. Uh-oh. Look, he say, exactly, H-Town. But then let me calm down. Brother say, Charles say, easy, H-Town, your blood pressure. I'm trying to speak up for Pastor Dougie. I don't like these props, man. I'm sorry, it's triggering me. I do love, I like I said, he's a Southern man, so I have some, look, I want y'all to understand something. The South ain't like what y'all think. Y'all have more hostility up north than we do here. People down here are cordial. They cordial. They know white people walking up to me when I growing up saying anything. They start talking stupid, they get beat down. Police too. Yeah, we don't bother nobody. They got to catch us. However, the problem is them being so cordial. That's where the brother talking about that snake behavior. M.G. Smith say they'll be talking smooth. Because I remember a black woman down here in Texas on 100 acres. The white man said, I'll lease it from you for about a month. He leased it, paid her 1 month, and cut all her trees off her property. And she couldn't do nothing because he's a white man. Did you hear what I said? She had over 100 acres. He cut all the timber and sold it. Who she gonna take? How she gonna take him to court? Who gonna prosecute him? I don't like these props like this. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at wrong. I got to calm down. Woosah. Back to the state.
Sheriff. But you know, there's some things I didn't realize back 6 months ago. Sometimes you don't realize how great the challenge is, but also how great the opportunity is. And I see the opportunities as just starting. Yes, we've had some times that have been a struggle. And to our
He almost got that Baptist preacher breathing. He said, and yeah. Oh,
VA
yes.
employees, I just reach out to you and say, thank you so much for sticking with us. We've had some of our folks leave and we have downsized our workforce, but we did so through retirements, early retirements and attrition. You know what we did? We made sure that we're still focused on what we needed to.
So early retirement, who in here think that some of those people were forced out? If you believe the early retirement, some of them were forced out, put forced in the chat or push. Put a push emoji in the chat. Let us know. I don't know for sure. I ain't going to say. MG Smith say Dougie is doing DT, dirt work. Dirty work. Wow. Now, MG Smith says, who think those people were pushed out from the VA? Put that hand like our brother got here or put the word pushed. He think they were pushed out even though they said they retired early. You think a lot of them want to retire or they was forced out? Now, next, the Dougie Revival Church meeting. Yeah, man. And guess who's going to be on the front getting the faith healing? A whole bunch of old black folks. Yes, Pastor. Oh, we say push, shove. Hold on. You think it was that brutal, Chad Oliver? They shoved them out. Betty Bob say, yes, indeed. Pushed and squashed. Now, man, MG Smith says, we're going to get better care with less VA employees. That's doctors, nurses, administrators. You saying that's a contradiction? Are you saying that Pastor Doug is lying? Now, Rose City D, you either go or go forcibly. Wow. So it's like gangsterism. Pushed out, MG Smith said. My Lord. Man, you know what? Let's finish up. We got about 50 seconds left. Listen to what the pastor's saying.
But at the same time, trying to make sure that we still did it right. And for those of you out there in the veteran community, I know many of you see things and you see things that are getting better, but for you, maybe it hadn't gotten better yet. But we're still working on it. We're getting there close. So in this first 6 months.
So they say they're going to make things get better for you. He spoke directly to you and I, the veterans who are going through this here. Now listen what it say. Boy, y'all chatting away. Charleston says more nurses forced out than doctors. Wow. But he said he wouldn't go after the medical staff. He said he wouldn't go after nurses and doctors. Did the lie detector determine if that was a lie? He said he wasn't going after them. He didn't. He didn't fire them. He pushed them out, right? J. Oliver, like a paratrooper with a fear of heights. Wow. We have 15 likes and 16 watching. Thank y'all, family. That's what Dougie said. Wow. He said he wasn't going to fire no doctors, but he pushing them out. He didn't have to fire them. If you create a hostile work environment, people going to roll, right? If you demote them in the position that they got where they're making less money and they got to work more hours, they going to roll, right? Come on, let's talk about it. Now, our brother say, okay, then why is my surgery appointment in next month, September 29th, and I went to the ER 2 weeks ago, Wednesday. Wow. Sis, this is what we want to know. Let's see.
I just want to say, well, number one, President Trump had it right. It's all about taking care of veterans. And for me as secretary, The same guy in that video is the same guy standing here today. I'm proud of the VA. I'm proud of our employees, but I'm also very honored to take care of the heroes that we take care of, the veterans in this world, the veterans in America who have earned the benefit that we provide. We're going to always keep that first in focus. So here's to another 6 months. Look forward to being with you along the way.
Fam, what y'all think? Do you feel more reassured now that you've heard Dougie talks? Come on, talk to me, fam. Do you feel, and tell me what you meant by that Betty Box, because I don't get, maybe you're talking to someone else. I don't get the clarity on that. Maybe you're saying something, let us know. Fam, we did it tonight. We've been in here an hour and 41 minutes, and we went to it, didn't we? Huh? Let me see. I may have a couple of more here. Give me a second. And we appreciate you and your kindness. Y'all, anything y'all want to, start chatting in the chat, go ahead. Say about what we're talking about. Let me see. Let me see. Now, this was concerning me about USAA, as we say, fair use, fair use. This is something, let me see, let me skip the advertisement, fam. Give me a second here. Now, many of you, anybody in here, anybody in here that I thought my daughter was contacting me. Sorry. Anybody here? Did I pull it up? Yes, I pulled it up. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Man, y'all couldn't y'all talking. Let me see. So I am trying to get this knife out of my back. Wow. You feel betrayed, brother? Brother Charles say, oh goodness, another 6 months to wait. She said, H-Town, went to the GI, civilian GI doctor. I had surgery appointment next Friday and a ultrasound on Sunday. I'm just seeing a surgeon. So you're just seeing a surgeon. We're going to be praying for you. Keep us posted because we're really concerned about you, sister. We love you. Now, listen, Charleston Zimmerman says, Pastor Dougie, going back to that spider hole. And let's see. No, the nurses at the VA had a permanent home with a government union job, free parking, uniforms, equipments, and some of the best insurance and a security facilities, non-competitive job. Why leave? Wow. Now, so let's see here. Let's see if we learned. This is the first time I saw this video, family. We're going to add it to say fair use. Let's get started. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the sound.
So up until now, I never had an issue with USAA, but now I don't even know what to think because I'm living day to day.
A Marine Corps veteran here in Las Vegas saying his insurance company has left his life and his young family's West Valley home in shambles.
And that insurance company specializes in covering military families from catastrophes just like the one they're going through.
8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne joins us in studio. Kyle, how long has this been going on?
Denise, Brian, almost 2 years. The homeowner says he's out of money, out of patience, and out of options.
What you can see over here.
What you can see over here, behind the white protective curtain, is part of Daxton Lyons' Las Vegas home, more or less destroyed when a hot water pipe burst back in November 2023.
So November 2023, we woke up on a Sunday to the floor being flooded with water.
Was water everywhere?
Everywhere.
With water everywhere
Into
the backyard from these walls in what used to be Daxton Lyons' kitchen, where the problem started. He and his family had to act fast to save their home and their furniture, which is now all in storage. The water damaged the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room downstairs, and even some of the rooms upstairs where he and his wife and young daughter used to sleep. When his insurance finally came to look at the damage,
everything was still wet for at least 3 weeks after the fact.
Just sitting here soaked.
It was soaked.
which means nobody was allowed to try and repair the pipes. And that's when Daxton Lyon knew it was bad.
I didn't know how bad, but I thought it'd be.
He thought it would be okay, that one day soon he'd be back in the house with his family, that every inch of his house would no longer be caked with dust that you can taste when you breathe it in. And all of this would be water under the bridge, so to speak. After all, Daxton Lyon had homeowners insurance with
USAA. I've been with USAA for almost 25 years.
Because you're a veteran.
Because I'm a veteran. And USAA is, we bank with USAA. I have my car insurance with USAA, my homeowners with USAA. For the most part, USAA has been wonderful.
Wonderful, for instance, when
Okay, so family, H-Town, my pawpaw used to always say, be weary of a man that always show his teeth. Come on now. Even a dog agreeing before he bites.
Lyon was in a car accident. USAA handled that claim and everything was fine. Not so with the disaster inside his house. His family couldn't live there after the flood, and even though his insurance policy said USAA would pay for a year of temporary housing, USAA told Lyon instead they'd pay for 6 months' rent and 6 months of food, which is a way worse deal for the homeowner because food costs less. Now, a manager at USAA claims the insurance company actually overpaid its customer.
They are not overpaid.
Underpaid.
They're drastically underpaid.
Drastically underpaid, says public insurance adjuster Neil May, who's been in the claims business for 26 years. Lyon came to May because he needed help. May says USAA has paid Lyon well under half of what he's owed to get his house back to the way it used to be.
So where are we with USAA? What are they doing to Daxton?
So what they're doing to Daxton is, unfortunately, they're doing the delay, deny, and defend.
Delay, deny, defend, a tactic insurance companies use to delay paying a customer on an insurance claim as long as legally possible. At that point, denying the claim, forcing the homeowner to sue, at which point the insurance company pays a lawyer to defend a lawsuit instead of paying the homeowner on its insurance claim.
Insurance isn't what Americans think it is or what it used to be.
It's not, unfortunately.
But this incident, May says, is particularly bad, with USAA missing deadlines at every turn.
Now, family, the what I'm saying, the USA, I have them, and I've been with them a while, but there are issues with price increases. I haven't even filed claims and they price increase. So I'm not saying it bad because I have certain insurance with them. I don't know if I'm gonna stay with them in certain ones, but tell me what y'all think of this here. Now let's see. He says, MG Smith said, USA getting paid off and close out. I don't have any insurance with them. It's getting to the point because I got like a $23,000 deductible with them. MG Smith, USA. So I meant USA. Now, family, where we at? Okay, let me finish. I'm still with them. I've been with them for 25 years. I don't know if I still got bank account with them. I got a lot of stuff with Navy Federal. If anybody in here, if you with USA, let us know. I have USA insurance. So I don't know. I haven't used it, so I don't know to be going there. Now, insurance is bigger racket than video poker. And they just USA, it's all the insurance companies do. We can't just vilify. MG Smith say been with them 25 years. I've been with them since the 90s, like 1995 or something like that. What is that, about 35 years? Now, insurance is a bigger racket than the video poker. Okay. It's not just USA, it's all insurance. Congress held hearing. Yes, indeed. And they don't even have the proper coverage on my house. That the people Navy Federal contacted me talking about they didn't have the proper coverage on my house, but they jacking up my insurance prices. Man, it's crazy. Now listen, Betty Bob said I had them for USA for 30 years. I had the house, vehicle, and business. Now, okay, family, let us continue.
The Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act offers consumers protection on both state and federal levels. So in this case, when May asks for an appraisal, he usually gets an answer in a week, even though under the act, the insurance company has 2. USAA took 40 days. And getting an appraiser out to the house can take 2 to 3 months. Under the act, USAA took 6.
It's always something, and it's never in the favor of the policyholder.
Stephen Bush is a property insurance litigation attorney. He sues insurance companies and has fought for homeowners who were getting burned by insurers who did whatever they could to get out of paying people who lost everything. Appearing on the granddaddy of news magazine shows, 60 Minutes, where he said insurance companies are up to no good.
Carriers are manipulating the estimates, changing them, and then misrepresenting to policyholders.
Policyholders, he says, like Daxton Lyons.
So you're going to stay here?
Who now has to live in this room off his garage, which used to be his office. He had to send his young daughter to be with her grandparents this summer, and he says the stress is getting to him.
It's taken years off my life.
Which is no surprise to the insurance litigator, Stephen Bush.
Just look at the emotional toll that you have because you can't get what you know you deserve. They're not getting justice. And these insurance companies are preventing them from getting that, and they're just ignoring them, and they're silencing their voice.
Daxton Lyons says his health is declining, his cholesterol through the roof, because he's got no kitchen and orders a lot of takeout. And he just wants his house back to the way it was before the pipe burst, before he begged his insurance company to make it right.
That's all I wanted,
But they're not.
but they're refusing.
How does that make you feel?
I'm numb. Completely numb.
Well, I emailed USA earlier this year when we first heard about Daxton Lyons' insurance problem. Then I emailed again this week, but no answer.
So this has been going on for a long time. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel for this family?
Well, timing being everything, after all this time, tomorrow starts the next step of the appraisal process. But that's the good news. But the bad news is the 2-year statute of limitations on USAA and suing them is up in November. And I'm not sure how likely it is they'll have everything figured out by then.
Not if it's taken this long.
No.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Thanks for that.
All right, family. Let's get, this is serious stuff here. that on there. Let me drop this down. So thank you so much. Now, let me see. Betty Bob says, I had them for 30 years. I had them for house, vehicle, and business. Now, Jay Oliver says, insurance companies are big donors to politicians. Now, Betty Bob says, H-Town, that is a scary thought for having them with a business insurance. Charleston says, State Farm, Allstate do the same. Is there any good insurances out there that's fair with you? Let us know. Come on, family. Now, let's get to any questions, statements, or concerns about what we just covered. We thank y'all for being so patient. Let me get this off the screen. All right, smash that like button if you haven't done so already. For those just coming into the room. Now, about our channel, here we mean to be interactive, informative, first of all, interactive, secondly, respectful, troll-free, transparent, protective, and all that. H-Town, I'll email you in the morning. Now, right now, yes, indeed, family. Yes, indeed. Do that. Your opinion counts here. Your opinion counts, family. Your opinion, not somebody else's. But yours, not somebody else told you, but your opinion. Now, we're going to have the live streams are on Sundays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. Our contact information is here. You can come to our channel, our email, acetownvet@gmail.com. All right. And we have our donation information. Here we're trying to bring a bridge for everybody to come across, but it's for all of us. It's not just for us, just for the chat, just for me. It's for all of us. It's for the people that are watching live and recorded. It's for us that are you in the chat, me as the host of the program. So it all has to work in sync. If not, we'll just won't be, interacting like that. So that's why we do it. We respect regardless of your branch of service, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Now, we salute all of you that serve, regardless of your branch of service. Let's see, we say H-Town, you are migraine friendly tonight. Thank you so much. Well, I finally was able to get things done. Then instead of say pushed out. Yes. Now, we don't care what branch of service you in, what your MOS was, whether you were combat, non-combat, what your rank, or whether you were an officer or enlisted, female or male veterans, it don't matter. We also veteran supporters. Now, here we try to bring you quality information. All right. So thank y'all for appreciating the quality information. Everybody's not here for the same reason. And we understand that. But if you're going to be on the platform, you got to respect the fact that we're doing this. You don't have to. You just don't have to be here. Okay? Now, we verify information. So if you come to us with some information, and what we're going to do, if you come with that information, we want to make sure that it's legit. So you say, I found this out. Well, that's okay. That's good, but we got to make sure it's tight and correct. So let us verify it. And when it comes to our brand, you've heard me say continuously there's an ongoing onslaught to destroy the brand of the H-Town Vet, especially. Look, we getting subscribers, we getting the channel is growing, we getting views, and some people got different reasons for them coming here. I don't need you in my chat. I don't need you on my channel if you're here to undermine my channel. Okay? So y'all say, well, H-Town, you've been saying that. I've been not just saying it, I've been doing it. That's why I say it so much. So when it's time to make a move, don't mention nobody that ain't in here right now. Don't mention nobody that's not constantly in here all the time. Okay? The reason I said to y'all the other night about people popping in and popping out, I told y'all, I said, hey, people jumping in the middle. That's what Mr. Expert, Mr. International used to do. Jump in the middle of it and start drawing attention to himself and then rolling out after he started distractions. And so did that plug guy and all that. Got my benefits, so I don't have to listen to him no more. This ain't the place for you. Don't mention the people on my channel. If you don't see them here, they probably ain't here. They probably won't be. Don't mention nobody else on my channel other than us in here. Because I said it enough and I deal with it. And this has been going on. And that's why I handle it in 3 or 4s. So I was real reasonable. How do I know to put this slideshow together knowing that I was going to have to ban some people? And did just that. Okay? Let me ask you this. Have I been warning people? Tell me if I've been warning. Did I say stay on task? Did I say don't disrupt? Did I edit my videos to be reasonable? Did I say don't center yourself? Tell me if I did that. Let me know, family. Huh? Let me know. Because I told y'all, let me tell you, you know what happened? It really got me, and I'm coming all the way up on the screen. I'm going to tell you what happened. There was a brother, I have. Okay, yes, I have. This is what what irritates me. Of course. Okay? This is what irritated me. And a brother ain't came back. I want you to know, the brother that he's in a picture in a car, he got his 100%. And then when he trying to describe what he got, because he don't come here often, so he don't know us. Oh, I'm almost got mine. Continuously doing stuff like that. Continuously, different individuals that have direct access to Mr. International. Did you hear what I said? Doing the same thing he was doing, but slicker. Don't mention them. I don't want them on my channel. I want them around. If you got to, you can go too. I'll be here, like I told y'all, by myself. I'm a kind person. I'm a reasonable person. But if you think I'm saying stuff for my health, I'm just talking. No, I'm doing it so when the fallout happens, that it's all understood. That night that woman was talking about sexual positions, one of the people that were in here, right? One of the people that was in here was egging them on. They were feeding each other. Y'all better go back and look at these things. I pay attention. I just give people the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you got to purge things and it'll never be right. Because what people want to do, they want to suck all your energy. And me as a black man, they want to discard me because they figure I'm not no white dude. Not that got much respect for white people anyway. They saying that they can handle me in a kind of way and make sport with me. Huh? Oh, you a joke. You remember that guy came up here? Yeah, I like to thank you. and the person you ban. So no, this stuff been happening, and I've been telling y'all don't know it because y'all got good hearts, so don't feel bad about nothing. Y'all got excellent hearts. This the manipulation. I peep game. I go back and watch these videos. I have people behind the scenes watching everything. I got AI looking at stuff. Huh? So the main thing is, family, it's gotta be look out, Jay Oliver, y'all all cool in here, handling your business, Brother Charleston. And so y'all good. Dennis coming there handling the business. We don't have to agree on everything. We cool. That ain't what the thing is. Somebody who is an habitual line stepper gotta go. Do your thing. No. That was months ago, about 3 or 4 months ago. That started with all this here working up my chat. And I don't appreciate it. And I pay attention. This is what I pay attention to. When you come in and you won't speak to the host and you study speaking to everybody else, then you dart out. Well, you stay gone. Don't you come back here. And if you got to do it under a separate account, what that say about you as a person? Yeah, do what you got to do. Because all I've been is good to everybody. Now, if I've been wrong to somebody, I need y'all to let me know, family. I'm here. We open. Let me know if I've been wrong or unreasonable. Please let me know. I put rules in place. And guess the people that don't follow the rules, the ones that agreed to them. Lately, we haven't even had to go by any rules because y'all been so consistent in the chat. New people coming in, I haven't even had to read the rules to them. Y'all doing such an incredible job. This is a tribute to y'all. The reason this channel is growing is not just because of my hard work. It's because y'all, man. Yeah, now listen what I say. I think people got good intentions, don't notice the snakes until it's too late. Yeah, you're like me. You're like me. I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And that's the thing, because I'm a kind-hearted person, people just assume, hey, I can get comfortable around him so I can be who I am around him. No. Where I come from in Houston, you can't be like that. People can't move like that. You can't play in my face and then it ever be right again until you got that right. And you'll always be looked with a side eye. I'm from Houston, born and raised. We don't play like that. Jay Prince that started Rap-A-Lot Records, you ain't never heard that man do a whole bunch of yelling or nothing. That man has been down for our neighborhood forever. Never, when he multi-millionaire, he look out for us. When my cousin passed, he paid for his funeral, paid the house off. Huh? He paid for the funeral and say, hey, pay me back for the house as you can. Who else you know like that? So don't take my kindness for weakness. So any back channels you got, don't let it get you barred off my channel. You start talking about back channel people that you communicate with. That's why they want the back channels. They want to talk outside the channel. That's a ruse. Hey, I need to talk to people because look, this is about to happen. And so when they get I got it now. Oh yeah, I can raise hell. And even if he blocked me, I can talk to somebody behind the scenes. You understand? People been going to my videos, old videos that nobody even watching, like from the beginning, and doing little crazy stuff on those videos. Who got that much time? Not the new videos, the old ones. Some of them before we even started doing live streams. Did you hear me? Now, let's see. Now, at least y'all can say I told you. That's why I let you know what's going on. I'm gonna explain something to you what I've explained before. Yeah, I don't miss nothing. Listen, I love what's name say I'm a sensitive preacher. I'm sensitive to danger. You don't know a person is about to do something to destroy you until they did it. Huh? Gary said, thanks for the behind the scenes inside H-Town. A shame you got to stay policing this space, but it is necessary. I don't like it because I love everybody. But this ain't my only source of income. This ain't the first time, meaning being a disabled veteran. I ain't getting no income from this. I need to monetize this thing. I was successful before I was a veteran, before I got 100%. Now, is this a blessing to me? Yes. Yes. So some people, this is the only time they've ever achieved anything in life. Not me. So they see it as, I guess, I don't know. That's why I tell you, I'm so amazed at many of you that got your 100% or got a higher rating, and y'all stay right here helping people. Thank you. You didn't start acting out of character. You didn't start doing slick stuff. I told you the other, about what, 2 or 3 live streams ago, I said, hey, they're going to come in the middle and disrupt. And I say, y'all need to stay on task. And just what I said happened. Keep doing it. Huh? But what they want to be is talked about all the time. That ain't going to happen. I'm talking to y'all now. I already said what I got to say. I'm not into dudes. I'm going to let y'all know something. I'm not into dudes. Please, fellas, this what you call this here? This YouTube thing and social media is weird. I never knew that men show men attention like this. I ain't never had a gay man show me this kind of attention. I mean, no. So men purporting to be heterosexual, I don't know what to say. Because if I don't fool with somebody, I don't fool with them. It meaning I'll be nice and kind to anybody, but if I don't fool with you, I don't rock with you like that. I rock with Charleston like that. I rock with Jay Oliver like that. I rock with Betty Bops like that. Huh? Y'all in here, y'all cool. But be paying attention. Sit back, keep game. Peep game. Coasty be paying attention. He see it. See, I can't see it because of the type of heart I got. I had to learn this. You understand? Yeah, coming up. Nah, keep that moving. Yeah, just continually. So what people do is meant to divide and pay attention. When a person is doing stuff, they know they want to make sure they disrespectful to one person. Let me tell you something. You know what Mr. International used to do? He used to speak to certain people and not others. He never spoke to Dogface Soldier. Matter of fact, he only came up because Dogface Soldier came up. Did you hear what I said? Now, that's a long time ago. I'm telling you, I sit back and peep game. Sometimes we just speak to each other. Sometimes we miss. I don't get to speak to everybody. That's understandable. But when you do it over 6-7 month period of time, that's a pattern recognition. That's pattern recognition. Y'all know it in the military. Now, come on now, fam. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Now, let us continue, family. Say any attempt to hijack or undermine the H-Town Vet channel will be a permanent ban. Man, I ain't gonna do nothing on no first. Look, we can. This is we human beings, so you ain't gonna be no surprise. Like I just pop up, hey, you gone. That ain't how this works. I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna talk with you. I'm gonna ask what you mean by that. I'm gonna say, hey, can you stop doing this here and all this here? But when I noticed that y'all didn't see it because y'all got good hearts, the person that was doing the wrong was the first person. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm online. Oh, you little slick joker, you little slick joker. And once people get their benefits, they don't want to listen to nothing you got to say. But here's the problem: you can't gather an audience if you don't know how to treat people. You cannot gather an audience of veterans that if you don't know how to respect them, appreciate them, and value who they are and what they're going through. If I had to be the center of attention, I couldn't make it among y'all. Y'all know I was fake. And if I turn fake, y'all gonna let me know. You think that look, what's going on in breaking news? The National Guard and Reserves get a raw deal with providing service connected disability. Reserves have to be in a line of duty, reports of injuries. National Guard due to president orders qualify. Okay, good. You say they qualified now. Here's the thing. That president's just doing that to divert things. Yeah, remember that. The band, look at it. You see that? I knew it was coming. And any suggestions, send them to me. And really, if you've been banned, I don't want you talking to me. I don't want to be bothered with you because I did enough. I edited enough videos. I shouldn't have to edit videos for people to show respect on my channel. But everybody else, you're welcome to communicate. Now, new releases. We're gonna talk about that. What you saying? What's the new releases we have out? Some are most popular. We got the one on the total disability indicator. We did that where we did the question and answer, and that was really good. What conditions are at the 100% level? We talked about that. Now we said 100% made easy. Do not click, meaning when people are clickbaiting, these content creators, and the 4 disabilities that are most likely to be reduced. Then, while you're in the military, the sick call police, when they're trying to discourage you from going to sick call while you're in the military. Very good. Now, migraines. We did the one on migraines, and this was for our sister Betty Bobs and the rest of you that suffer from migraine and other headaches. And we'll continue to do things to help y'all. We roll with y'all. Gary in the house. Much love, always showing respect. Jay Oliver. Look, Dennis. Man, these people, I value y'all. I'm protective over y'all. We got Brother Rose City D, MG Smith, which I probably said before. Oh, y'all, Dallas Marquez. You know, I'm trying to miss all y'all. If I ain't said you, I don't mean you too. Because some of y'all been doing so many of them. Texts I can't tell who's who. Love for y'all, you know. Thank y'all. All y'all in here. Now, coming soon. We're going to be, I know I keep saying it's coming soon, but it'll eventually come. We're going to do one on individual unemployability, which is a temporary 100%, the power of that. Now we're at the happy hour. I mean, after party. My daughter says that at after party. Join the conversation, family. We did the other night. What I did, I actually had a live stream. I was trying to work from not banning people. I said, let me do one where everybody can talk. They don't want to come and talk unless I'm putting out information. They only want to talk in the middle of me putting out information. Then when I say, hey, wait, and we'll talk about that after, they gone. Now they can stay gone forever. Yeah, and you know, after a while, that's why I say, I let y'all, you know, I'm doing with y'all, but I don't miss stuff. But it's been months. I mean, my grandma say some people are overbearing. My God. So we want to hear from you, family. And look, we talk about some things that are off topic a little bit, and we discuss them and keep it moving. We want to hear from you, family. Any feedback, reviews, comments, or opinions, let's do it. Now, listen to what our brothers say, and we're going to pull this up here. He says, Charlton say, Jay Oliver, wasn't the rule 90 days call up for guard for VA disability. What is the rule? Let us know. And here we go. Jay Oliver say yes, but injuries may occur during travel and transport. Please document if you in the reserves. Let me put the music back on. Yes, indeed. And you saw how Jay Oliver did that. he just say, we gonna get focused back on something else. Get H-Town chill. That's how it's supposed to be, family. Now, Jay Oliver says, H-Town, did you see many reservists in combat area during your deployment? Yes, there were groups of reservists. Okay, I want you to listen. That was interesting because they were called to active duty, but they were in the rear, most of them. I'm not saying that they wasn't dealing with serious jobs and combat situations. They were. But yes, they were called over there. I saw them. I saw them when we go back to, kind of relax a little bit. And yes, they were back there making sure the supply chain was running properly. Yes, indeed. We did have reservists, and I've always told reservists, make sure you have documentation when you got injured, and if it was during the time that you were active duty or in basic training, or you were called up. Now, are you saying that the president was referring to the reservists as being able to get health care? He's just doing stuff because they got all the scandal with that guy that passed, that supposedly harmed himself, took his own life. The guy that Epstein files. So he blowing up Iran one day, saying he blowing them up. I blew up their nuclear thing, which he really didn't do. Now he talking about black people carjacking, because carjacking is another word for black people. They don't see no white person or nobody else, but or woman, they see a young black male as a carjacker. So he's deflecting. They not doing, but they just out there kind of walking around and stopping people or something. It's just a deflection to me. Yes, I did. They were, I forget what they doing. H-Town, yes, you did. I did what? What did I do, brother? MG Smith, tell me, because I comment on certain things. Let me know, because family, I want to know how y'all feel, because I got love. I did what? Yes, I did what? Let me know, MG Smith, because I need to know that we all on the same page, because I love y'all. But I want y'all to be real with me. Don't hold back, because I ain't no kind of person y'all to know. It ain't about me like, oh, boy, no, you don't say like I want to do. Nah, we ain't like that. Hi, Jay. This Gary Walker. Hi, Jay. Betty and the whole H-Town vet family. I'm late tonight, but I'm here. And say good evening, Walker. Let me tell y'all something. When I was coming up with the rules, I said, hey, listen, we're going to talk about this, doing this. Look, Love say, nah, I'm going to talk about it when I want to. I say, yeah, and I'm going to time you out too. I meant just what I said. I wasn't going to block him because I know what kind of person he is. He's consistent. He's supportive. He's always here, but he get timed out for a couple of hours. Because everybody got to go by the rules. I can't make them for just certain people. We can't, we especially, we have a unique situation here, family, where we are able to keep trolls out. But if the trolls develop within our group, how can we keep the outside trolls who are going to be worse? You get what I'm saying? If we allow somebody to do slick stuff inside the group and we don't check it, that means anything goes. Yeah, let me know if this meant what. Yes, you did. H-Town, yes, you did. Let me know what I did, because I like knowing what we have to have the party from. We had 2 hours and 25 minutes. We almost done. Whatever y'all want to chat about, we doing it. Now, it say I saw a few reservists at my local VA that were active for Katrina, that were denied VA benefits because it was a governor's activation for length leg injury. Okay. Man, that's kind of uncool. That's kind of uncool. I don't agree, but that's the policy, how they have it set up. Now, I did know of a reservist that did get some benefits. He got help. Now, listen, he was on, he I guess on some drugs, about to get kicked out of the reserves, but he went on up there to the VA and got seen, even though, you know, they were helping veterans during that Iraqi freedom time, even those that had got bad discharges, so they could get them in the system. One guy, he couldn't get nothing. He was court-martialed because he had violated 2 women in the military, and when he got out, he violated more women outside, another one, so he couldn't get no help. You know, one time maybe they say it's a false accusation, but he had too much on his record. Jay Oliver say National Guard, not reservists. Okay. Family, I know that probably caught y'all. Each time caught you by surprise, but I got nothing but love for you. But I put this stuff together, and I want to, that brother who came, if you out there, please come back. I correct the situation. It took me a minute because I didn't want to be a big fallout in my group. I apologize for what happened to you, and I corrected it. I started that night, but I'm not a real high level person, because people want to go out with a bang. No, I just want them to go out, and I want them to live their life and be enjoyed and be happy. Because if being around me, it doesn't make you happy, you go somewhere where you are happy. You know, because I don't want nobody to be miserable or resentful, because I'm not gonna hang around nobody that I don't like dealing with. You ain't gonna be frowned up with them. I'm just gonna show, you know, hey, how you doing? Or maybe not, just keep it moving. I never knew who my uncles didn't like, because if they didn't care for people, they didn't hang around them. That's real talk. My twin uncles. Family, any questions, comments, concerns? Say the family is dedicated to you because you are doing good for veterans. Yeah. And the key thing is jealousy, family, okay? What happens, I can help. My goal is to help. I'll be able to help them if they would just be patient, but you can't try to be me, because you can't be me. I love my brother Jason, but I can't be my brother Jason who taught me the game. I have to be me. You understand? I can suppress my Southern accent to articulate the language, but I can't do it on long term because I'm expressive. I'm back home in Texas, so I'm gonna do it sometime. But I articulate the language when necessary, depending on what I'm talking about. So that do your own thing, but don't be resentful of me, because I work for everything I got. I'm still making sacrifices. My daughter been here. She gonna be here till October. She ain't started working yet. My niece just went back to school. You understand? So I'm sitting here making sure everything right. I just don't have time for no foolishness. That's the only way it is. Y'all are good in here. So I'm letting y'all know what's up. Y'all good. The people, this is the thing. The people know who they are, and that's why they kind of start doing little stuff, moving around. Yeah, you got to. It's getting hot. Because they don't plan on changing. They don't plan on stopping. Huh? Remember, to almost the day he stopped coming, Mr. Expert was dropping big cash because he thought he was paying a price of admission to act a fool on my channel. Boy, how did that work out for him? Did the money protect him from getting booted out of here? No. Yeah, you get, look, I'm gonna give you the energy you give me. Don't come to mine, go somewhere else with that. Because I got people that are coming to this channel that need the unity that we bring here, the love that we bring here, the kindness that we bring here. Because some days y'all gonna have bad days. Some days y'all gonna disagree with me. That's all good. Some days I might say something that irritates you. I talk a lot, so apparently I'm gonna do it. But we gonna make it right because I love y'all. You understand? And when I get my food stamps, I'm gonna do something nice for you. Huh? Now listen, it's so hard to give us yourself when people don't understand it takes a crawl to start to walk. Lord, my daughter started me doing this. She say, go live, daddy. I say, baby, I'd rather just release video because I don't really don't dealing with no people. You know, say, but you kind to people. You know how to treat people. I said, I do. But when I see people playing in my face, you know, I ain't going to be able to let it go. That's why I move slow. See, this is my therapy. This is me just maturing as a person. The first time you played in my face, that was the end then. The first time you played in my face, meaning just open disrespect. And a lot of times it's like, they gonna be cool with y'all because they gonna say, they gonna play the victim, remember? Why H-Town treat me like that? I'm good to y'all, ain't I? Well, what do I get picked on? Nah, don't come here with that. Keep that moving. And they gotta go out with a bang. They want so bad, but no, you're just gonna go out. And you're gonna get that tongue lashing on the way out. I don't want to say nothing, but I knew it was gonna be some back channel action going. And so I wanted to, that's why the only reason I brought it up, because I knew it was gonna be some back action. Because I know I already blocked some other people. Did you hear what I said? But I ain't gotta worry about no back alley action on that one. Yeah. But didn't I want them? Yes, I did. Now I want to ask y'all a question. Let us know, family. How that weather where you at? And family, I'm gonna tell you something. Do you know any other channel that's got a chat like this with the competent people that we have? If I could show y'all, I'm gonna have to screenshot this stuff. If I could show y'all who y'all are and what y'all do to build up this channel, y'all are so wonderful. I want to say I thank you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I mean that. I mean that from my heart, family. You understand? Well, H-Town, you don't know. We just chatting about it. Let me tell you something. I'm getting treated better by y'all than some people I know in real life. You understand? Now, listen, we say you got to jump into the water to learn to swim. Stand by the pool doesn't help. Well, my biggest fear when I started the channel, family, and I'm going to tell y'all, I didn't want the quality of the live streams to not be top notch. But my mentor told me that when I made my first documentary, it wasn't the best. But he said, that's a start. He said, you improve over time. So even though my first one wasn't the best, I was just talking. Guess what? It was a start, and it's still watchable because I gave my heart to it. Come on now. And because of y'all, I'm able to talk about topics that I wouldn't talk about because I wouldn't know to talk about them because I have on my own experience. So y'all are very important. So guess what? I ain't standing by the pool no more. I'm jumping in. I'm gonna learn how to swim first though. I'm gonna drown. Now listen what he said. Now listen to what our brother said. It is so risky for me to show how I perform, and my mind works beyond these walls. I give y'all all God allows me. Exactly. You got to tell some and keep some. You do your best to help people, but the issue with people, the only people that have been disrespectful to me are people that I helped. The only ones. Some of the people that come in here, like they come and go, they like nice people, and I ain't really done nothing for them. They don't give me no problem. The ones that's really the people you help, because people feel a certain way when you help them. They feel like you got some power over them. I ain't got no power over nobody. I just believe in being good to people. But when you help them, they just can't talk to you any kind of way, and that's what bothers them. Remember the movie? Anybody that saw the movie The Godfather, the first one, with, well, it may have been happening in the second one. Fredo was the older brother. I think he was the middle brother, and the older brother Sonny had got killed, and Michael was the young. So Fredo had betrayed the family by telling these other gangsters when Mike would be in his bedroom so they could try to kill him. And he was just like, he said, I was passed over. Why? He said, why you do what you did? He said, I was passed over. He said, I'm your older brother. Dad, he said, that's what Dad wanted. He said, that's not what I wanted. And this is how people are. You're not ready for success if I'm going to look, the Bible say, be faithful over a few things and God will make you rule over many. If I can't respect another person's house, how am God going to bless me with the right place I need to be in? It's going to always be just right. You understand? Now, Betty, Jay would say, Betty, you are a catalyst for this channel. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Putting information in line, handling the business, and we need to make sure it happens. Say, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna let it click up. Yeah. So what we have to do, man, I'm gonna tell you, what I love so much about it, that people like Charleston, Betty Bops, people like Jay Oliver, y'all came here, MG Smith, y'all came here after a lot of the confusion. Y'all like the second wave, to be honest with you. Now listen to me. Gary Walker, y'all here after that stuff. There was a lot of fallout behind that. Because what they'll do, and I'm not letting nobody do that anymore, come in here and credentialize themselves or get me to try to credentialize them. No, I'm going to keep being me. And if they cut up, you can't stop people from doing what they're doing. I ain't going to shortchange nobody. Just when they act up, they gotta go. I'm going to give warning. But the warnings are going to be shorter now. Because I got to adapt, because they say, yeah, he got Mr. Expert like this, but I'm going to be ready for him. Well, you wasn't too ready, were you? I didn't get you when you did the worst stuff. I get it with the little slick stuff this time, because you had did so much dirt. I finally got you with the little stuff. Huh? Because you wasn't expecting. You think you can keep doing it, throw a little rock. Nah, I ain't going to get you with the big rock. I'm going to get it when you throw the little rock, because you don't see it coming. But Rose City D been around a while. Dennis, I think, been around a while, Brother Dennis. And they've been cool, but they always come in. And Brother Rose City D, yeah. We got a heck of a group in here now. See, and to y'all, this don't mean nothing to y'all, because y'all wasn't here when it was real fun. I'm going to tell y'all, I got to give it to you. It was real fun. It was really enjoyable. But I saw the chicanery playing out, and I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. You got to let it play out. Now listen, Gary Walker says, I respect the sacrifice of all those who stepped up and took that oath for the military service that said some people who happen to be vets we will let's just say bless their hearts. Yes, indeed. We thank all you that serve your country. Bless you, but don't disrespect my channel. Now I say, better by say, thank you so much. I love researching, specifically when people VA lie in your face. Oh, you give me excellent information. See, the way it works here in this family, everybody's important, but everybody got to go by the rules. Anybody that if you feel like you're above the rules right now, let me know, and you can go and get off the channel. I mean, you may do more for this channel than I do, but nah, nobody's above the rules, because what happened that day with that young brother, oh, that wasn't about a week and a half. He ain't come back yet. Made him feel awful. And I saw it and I felt it. And I said, I gotta do something seriously about this. Now, MG Smith said, I appreciate the regulars. There is making It makes feel like at home. Yeah. And the new people that come in, y'all notice how the new people come in and we got a warm spirit for them, and we're not gonna stop doing that. And we don't really have no issue with the new people because of the fact that they just coming in. If somebody, there's a new person, they ain't gonna stay. Dome don't come all the time, but Dome is so incredible. What's that name is Crimson Alumni 04. Don't come all the time, so incredible. Farm Girl come regularly now, but at one time she wasn't able to because she's working. So incredible. Dogface Soldier handling business, but so incredible. Keeps in contact. Junior, wonderful. But if any of those have become a problem, we're going to deal with that too. But we give some grace, of course. Now listen, Betty Bob say, Charleston says, Betty Bob Shipmate, that's right, H-Town made you a H-Town angel. If this man don't stop coining terms, oh Lord, yes indeed, Charleston. Betty must be an angel. I'm gonna explain to you like this because we ain't gonna stay on much longer. I may have described this to y'all before. So it was a friend that I was cool with me. He was coming to help me do something. So this other person that was there, they knew I didn't like them talking about a certain person. I didn't fool with that person, right? So that other person knew that my good friend that was coming over knew that person. Now listen. So the other person that I wasn't as familiar with, they bring up this person to my friend, and my friend said, "Oh yeah, that person, this and that." So this person playing in my face because I told them, "Hey, don't bring it up," right before they got there. And they bring, "Hey, what about this?" "Oh yeah, this," because they didn't know I didn't fool with that other person because they shaded. Do you know I didn't say nothing to my friend for by 3 years? And I finally came to him and I said, "Yeah, man, you remember that conversation? This happened." Well, he said, "Why you didn't say nothing to me then?" "Because I didn't want you to get defensive because of the situation that we were in, because that person did it intentional so that I'll be like, hey, man, why you do this here, man? I already told you before he got here. Then you going to feel awkward like, what's going on?" I said, "That's what I did. I had to handle them first. And it took me a while to handle them, and I did." Yeah. Say, yes, indeed, Charleston. Betty must be an angel. Keep being an angel. Stay away from the devils. Keep being an angel. Charleston Zimmerman, thank you. Not an H-Town angel. H-Town knows how sailors. Oh, those sailors, boy, y'all all right. Y'all all right with me. Y'all something else, though. Yeah, y'all good. H-Town angels. I'm liking that. Yeah. H-Town, man, y'all see what happens when you have people. Tell me what that weather looking like, family. Tell me what that weather's looking like. It's snowing, raining, hot, cold, and the temperature where you at. Yes, indeed. And see, you gotta teach people how to treat you. I don't want y'all to ever forget that. Jay Oliver say 89 and muggy. You got to teach people how to treat you. Somebody said earlier, what did you say? That your dad is, didn't somebody tell me in here, was it in here or was this in real life? Tell me if one of y'all said it about people showing you their teeth. That just because they show their teeth, they're not happy to see you. Who said that? Was that in here? Jay Oliver, 89 and muggy where he is. Betty Bob says 76 degrees off and on pouring down rain and humid. So that was Rose City D that said that? Yeah. Said about his granddaddy or daddy or somebody. or uncle, a family member. Was that him that said that? Charleston says 78 degrees. It's raining. Cool things down. Here's Paw. Yes, indeed. You know what hit me when he said that? That's what was going on. Even a dog will show you their teeth before they bite. Huh? Don't mean he happy to see you. When he growling, they gonna show their teeth. He ain't smiling at you. Man. Veteran networks and community is great until it ain't. Hold on. This is heavy. Hold on. I gotta put some socks on, family. I'm sitting there, I've been wanting to lotion my feet. Too much information to you about. Now, veteran networking and community is great until it ain't. Please listen. So it's all good. Some of the worst trolls have been some of the most coolest people in here. Coolest acting people. Because they got to do extra. Huh? People that don't have the social skills to deal with people have to do extra. But they cannot maintain it. It can't come from a genuine place. It can be mimicked. Okay, some coconut oil. I'm going to show you what they gave me for the dry skin on my feet. I'm going to get some coconut oil too. Tell me what kind to get. Here we go. So, veteran networking and community is great until it ain't. See, what they want is all of us to fall out. Because my channel will still grow, but I want to grow with y'all because this is so important, okay? This is very important. As things grow, it's going to be everybody that started with us ain't going to finish with us, even in it. Some of y'all may not stay. I got to stick to the mission. I would love you to be here, but I can't keep people around. That's a behavioral problem. That's when H-Town gives them bad actors that 2-piece with a pepper. That's right. Right out of here. That's right. Then got them up out the paint. Folding them up like a lawn chair and got them up out the paint. Yeah, I mean, because if you make an accusation against me, oh, did I do something to you? I said, oh, let me see what are you talking about? They don't say nothing. You gone. I'm through with you. You sit here and make an accusation like I did something and I didn't do nothing. And I say, well, okay, what is it? Then you don't answer the question. Oh, you were saying that to try to sully my name, cast dispersions, but you got nothing to say. You was writing your ticket out of here. Because I'm gonna ask you, hey, what you mean by that? When I'm asking people that, pay attention when I ask people. Sometimes I ask y'all that, but if somebody says something, why you keep saying that? When they keep repeating it, Betty Bob's H-Town, get some coconut oil. I'm gonna do that. Yes, indeed. And like I say, I suggest if anybody contact y'all on the back channels, if you want to stay on my channel, don't mention them to me. I don't want to hear about it. Okay? Don't mention it to me. Now the big is from Costco, diaper rash queen. Huh. Really? That's real good. Really? Yeah, I had that hard water here at my house. What's the best thing to use for hard water in your house, like lotion and stuff? That's good. That's good here. Any question, concerns, or comments from y'all, family? We at 2 hours and 50 minutes. And family, when we go over this information, and it's quality information that people are watching, how many views we get. I'm consistently, we're keeping people watching the videos all day, every day. There's somebody almost all the time, somebody watching one of the videos. And that's because of not just me, but the interaction. It's so incredible to interact with y'all. Let me tell you why y'all important to me. Betty Bob, you're important to me, and I want you to stay focused because the trolls will try to come through you. So be careful. But you have a heart to help people. You are resourceful. So always know with that heart, people try to take advantage of it. I got that kind of heart, I know. H-Town, you know what? I got to get some Vaseline. What's up with I ain't got no Vaseline in a long time. That's what I need. H-Town and Vaseline. Oh, Lord, y'all something else. Yeah, Garrett. Yeah, my thing is this here. If I warn you, now remember what I did a video. What was that video? Will H-Town allow disrespect to go unchecked or something I did? I did a whole video. And people ain't paying attention. They twiddling their thumbs like, ain't talking about me. It can't do nothing to me. The chat loves me. Well, they gonna love you somewhere else. Not here. Now, Destroy is coming, TM. Use Vicks on your feet. The Destroyer is coming. Oh, what's going on, Vicks? What's going on, Destroyer? Okay. Everybody show love to Destroyer. It's coming. Use Vicks on your feet. Vicks Vapor Rub is the Vapor Rub. Tell me which one is good, family. Give me some suggestions. Give me some suggestions. Family, y'all are so incredible. Everybody say hi to Destroyer. Come on up in here. And you know, it's so amazing because look at what I'm telling y'all. Y'all are so on code that when new people come in here, y'all got a certain energy. The only problem you're gonna have is with people that been here a long time that think, you know, I ain't gotta follow nothing. I was here when Mr. Expert was here. I have contact with Mr. Expert, and we working behind the scenes to work on this old fool here. No, you need to go work on your mommy and daddy, not me. I have nothing to do with your life. I don't know you in real life. I have no idea who you are. I never had no falling out with you. Don't really have no disagreement. I'm just not gonna allow stuff to happen on my channel. Ain't even nothing personal. I don't know you like that. Because everything I did with you was been right here on the channel. So you can't say I did something dirty to you because I don't even interact with you. You're not relevant like that. Now Charlton say, Betty Bob Shipmate, you make H-Town sweet and slick. Now Charleston, Evening Destroyer, H-Town, that's true about that Vicks Vapor Rub. I'm listening to you, Destroyer. I'm listening to all y'all. Just hi, Destroyer, and say that's good, Destroyer. You see how Coasty sit back? Do you know how important Coasty is to me? Do you know how important Coasty is to me? Coasty sits back and peep game all day long while he's sitting on that yacht. Huh? He said, because I'm one that's on I'm not a sailor. I'm a land dweller, army. He say I'm welcome on there. That's what he say. Oh boy, he take me out in the middle of that water. I'm be crying like a baby. Oh. And everybody saying hi to Destroyer. Now, Jay Oliver say, I have a podiatrist. What do you have a podiatrist for? What specialist are you working with right now, family? I'm working with my mental health specialist, and I'm working with a nutritionist, a new thing, a nutritionist, because I lost 22 pounds and I'm trying to lose more. Come on, talk to me. Let me go get my socks. I'm going crazy. We about to get out of here. But give me 1 second. Okay, fam, let's see what we got going here. Where my family at? Where I'm at. There I go. I had to go get some, I don't know. So they said hello. And then said, Jay Oliver say nail, feet, ankle, toes. Okay. So what specialists are you seeing? Coach said a chiropractor. I need to go to a chiropractor. How effective are they with lower back? Have you been able to get help on your back, lower back, or any parts of your back by the help of a chiropractor? Now, Betty Bob say chiropractor and neurologist, mental health. What specialists are you seeing right now, family? Let us know. Please let us know, because your health is very important to us, and it'll help me learn of certain things. So I learned about the nutritionist. I had done a little before, but when y'all told me about the Ensure, because I was buying it because it helps me, stay off the sweets, and I don't eat as much. I don't really eat much anyway, but I'm eating more healthy. I want to lose more weight. I ain't no real gigantic. I just got some stomach on me. That's the only place I'm really got in my stomach. What is that? There we go, family. Come on now, family. We here. Yes, indeed. Family, I really appreciate y'all. If y'all don't have any more statements, I appreciate you. And I thank you, because what we're doing here, family, we're making sure. Now, are there any topics that you'd like to talk about going forward? Let me see. Neurologist, urologist. I need to get with a urologist. Because, dealing with frequent urination at night sometimes, the medicine helps sometimes, but I need nutritionist, ophthalmologist, psychiatrist, sleep doctor. Where can I find a sleep doctor? I need a sleep doctor. Do you know a sleep doctor? What do they call them? Eye doctor. Tummy doctor. Yes, indeed. Yes. Now, let me ask y'all this here. But as the channel is growing, what let me ask you I meant to ask you this earlier. What did you learn? Did you learn anything new tonight? Let us know. Did you learn anything new dealing with the topic about severity level? Let us know. Jay Oliver say sleep clinic at the VA clinic. Okay. Yeah. That's true. H-Town is a lung doctor. Okay. Lung doctor. Yes. Now, family, I just want to say, and Coach, I call you out, man, because you really are a solid person, and I appreciate you. And you see that I'm a mix between really Charleston and Coasty, because Coast, I see stuff and I don't like seeing it, because I've never been one. I don't like seeing nothing. I just want to think the good about everybody. I really don't, but life teaches you things, And especially when I'm given the responsibility of other individuals like yourself, I gotta make sure. Now listen, learn more about DBQs. What did you learn about DBQs that you didn't know, Brother Charleston? We're gonna get ready to close it out. Betty Bops, did you learn anything new tonight? Jay Oliver, did you learn anything new tonight? We might have covered some of this, or something that piqued your interest. Coasty, did you learn anything or something that piqued your interest tonight in the discussion? Gary Walker, did you learn anything? One of my favorite cousins, his name was Gary. Happy-go-lucky person, wonderful people. He was a plumber too. The Destroyer, you just come in here. What do you think about our live streams, if y'all still in here right now? And thanks for the information about the Vaseline and the other things. Yes, the DBQs. Yes, indeed. Well, family, we've been in here for 3 hours. Let's start saying our goodbyes. We went over the information, we covered it, and we did that thing tonight. And we got to understand it. I have to tell y'all because so we can be transparent. That's why I'm letting you know what's going on when I've had to block people, and that's why I continually try to reason with people, without saying, you can't call people name out because then they want the drama. You can't call them and they're gonna be, they listen to attention. That's what got them in the place they're in now. That's why I try to read. You can tell they know you're talking about them because they start modifying their slickness. All right, they don't show up for a while, then pop up and act nice, and then do little slick stuff. Nah, that don't work with me. I reinforce knowledge on DBQs, of course. Yes. Charleston said, good night, family and shipmates. All right. What do you call us in the in the Army and the you call us land dwellers? What y'all call us, man? Coach said yes, DBQs. And we're gonna go more into DBQs. We're gonna start, what we're gonna tell me if y'all like this. Give me a thumbs up if you would like to do something on the different types of DBQs. Do you want to do something on DBQs for physical injuries, mental health injury? We did one on PTSD, but other ones like depression. Do you want to do different types of DBQs? And we get an idea. Let us know. How would you want us to go there? Say land lubbers. What's a landlubber? Oh, you starting to sound like Popeye. Now listen to what our sisters say. Betty Bobs, H-Town, enjoyed the rest of your week. I sent you an email how I was feeling. I emailed in the morning. Okay. All right. Send me an email. Let's see what else we got here. All right. So we got Jay Oliver say, good night, my friends and neighbors. And then MG Smith says, it's 78 degrees, mostly cloudy, Cooksville, Tennessee. Then we have Betty Bob say, we call Marine grunts. Okay, grunts. Okay. They use that term grunt in what's called. Okay, I got some of the stuff you sent to me, Betty Bobs. Thank you. I got it. I just found out how to pull it back up. Now, Betty Bob says, okay, y'all call us grunts too. Okay, I'm learning something. Now, I think what we call them, CBs, y'all out on the sea, do what we call them. I don't know if we call y'all anything, sailors, CBs or something like that. Or we just say the names that y'all use. Betty Bob say, good night, Charleston Zimmerman and family. And we thank y'all because it's so dangerous out on that water where y'all at, not just here, but in that water. Because it's not a stable, thing that you're sitting on. It's water. Coasty, we call Army grunts. Betty Bob's, CBs are Navy builders. Okay, I'm learning something. I've heard that term. Now, family, y'all been so incredible. We've been here 3 hours, and I want to thank y'all that we came in, we showed out, we handled our business, we kept it real, we kept it 100, and we brought up the issue. Let me pull it up here. They got them people riding through with that mosquito killer. Deal with severity assessment. And then when they use these DBQs and other documents to assess your severity level. And we said it. Now, y'all said we answered the question. What's the first step in measuring a VA disability's severity level? It's the severity assessment, where they assessed the frequency of your symptoms, the duration or how long they last, the impact your symptoms have on your daily life, the impact the symptoms have on your work activities. Yes, indeed. So family, we did that. So family, I want to say thank you. And we appreciate you. And let me get this here. Let me see. Pull this banner down. And we want y'all to have a wonderful night. Y'all keep coming back in there. But we thank y'all and we appreciate you. And I'm sure the trolls gonna be listening on other accounts. Just don't say nothing. You look, just look, because you know, but don't come in there saying nothing because we don't want you around here. We don't appreciate that. You distracting and upsetting people at my channel. Now, 20 likes. So family, we want to say thank you. Good night to the family. Until next time. See you on Sunday, unless we have an impromptu live. Good night.